gentlemen. We about to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Word up. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday, y'all. I'm just starting y'all with a little smooth grooves. Few little smooth grooves. Word up. DJD. DJD. Instrumental King. Got dope instrumentals in the background. Word up. Word up. Dope instrumentals in the background. Let's go. We up here on, hey look, we up there on Zoom. Hey, I'm hoping folks gonna check in with us on Zoom. We over there on the DJDeeshow live on YouTube. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram. DJD23, Twitch TV, DJD23. Smooth grooves, get us started. It's Thursday, y'all. Gotta get y'all motivated. I gotta get y'all motivated. Gotta get you motivated. Yeah, gotta get you motivated, ladies and gentlemen. Word up. Gotta get you motivated. Looking for folks to join me on Zoom tonight. We taking the DJDeeshow to another level. We're gonna get folks on Zoom, so if you want to interact with your boy DJD, come on, join me on Zoom. The link is in the chat over there on Facebook. Join the meeting. Just go on, click on the Zoom link. You know what I mean? Click on the Zoom link, and you can join right in with your boy DJD. That's right. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday. The weekend is here. The weekend is here. The weekend is here. I got a couple of people checking in with me over there on Facebook. Who that? Over there on Facebook. Who that? Who that? Who that? You know what I mean? Who that? Over there on Facebook with your boy DJD, the Instrumental King, ladies and gentlemen. Word up. Word up. Word up. Word up. Yeah, I got to get some folks motivated for the weekend. I got my man Winston Cook gonna check in with me over there on Zoom. Boom, let him in the room, let him in the room. Word up. I got my man Winston checking in. What's up, my brother? I think you on mute. Come off mute.
I got two mics on here. So.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. In there with me, brother. I hear you in there with me, brother. Uh-oh, I can't see you now. Your camera is not on. Let me check in over here on Facebook. I got a couple of folks checking in. Let's see what we got going in. Let me see what we got going in. Yeah, we got smooth grooves in the background. Smooth grooves in the background. Yeah, we live, all the way live. Hey, look who I got in here. Look who I got in here, Dub. We got DJ Magic Mike. I see you over there I see you over there on Facebook. Mike, come on, join us on Zoom, man. Go to the link in the chat, Mike. Go to the link in the chat on my Facebook. Click on that link. Join the meeting, man. Join the meeting. Just go to the one that says DJD Minor is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. The topic is the DJDeeshow live. You know what I mean? Come on, join us, Mike. We waiting on you, baby. Word up. It's your boy, DJD. I got a couple of people chatting in the chat. Let me see what you got going on. My man Win say he'll be right back. He'll be right back. He'll be right back. It's the DJDeeshow, ladies and gentlemen, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Featuring the DJD Connection, connecting the world one person at a time. We back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been I guess on a hiatus the last couple of weeks. We got some big announcements going on today. I got to give shouts out to all those folks that took the time to send birthday wishes to your boy. That's right, last Thursday, August 24th. That's right, Virgo power, baby. Virgo power, baby. Yeah, Virgos was in the building last week. That's right, we live right here, DJD Private Studios. DJD Private Studios. Mike, Magic Mike, join us on Zoom, baby. Join us on Zoom. Word up. Appreciate you, man. Anybody want to join us over there on YouTube, feel free to join us on YouTube. It's your boy DJ D. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday, y'all. It's Thursday, y'all. Let's go. Instrumental King is in the building. I'm gonna go without a windscreen tonight because I want y'all to be able to hear me loud and clear. Word up, we got dope instrumentals in the background. Yeah. We got major announcements. I'm hoping that the Coggin water guy calls in on the hotline. Let me make sure I send him the correct number. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me make sure I get him the number. That's the DJD hotline. 510-302-9787. 510-302-9787. Word up. Word up. Let me make sure I got, yeah, we got that on there. Boom. You know, I'm just settling back in on the DJD show in the studio. So, you know, have to go back and get set, keep settings right, keep settings all squared away. You know what I mean? Got you. Word up. Hold on, got it. Let me see, hold on. You get a chance. Call in to the hotline. The hotline at 510-302-9787. 9787. Word up. Uh-oh, who we got? We got VL checking in. That's my man, Von Logan, checking in. Word up. Okay. Boom. What's up, V? Can you hear me? Come off mute, Von.
Oh, there you go.
What's happening, my brother?
What's happening, brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just trying to get this the regular DJD show on Zoom also. So appreciate you checking in on Zoom, man. You know, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that for sure. Yes, sir. How was your day, man? Uh-oh. Okay, now I can hear you. Let's see. Yes, sir. Let me get back to the phone here so I can monitor over here on Facebook. Boom. Okay, here we go. Tanya Patton, I see you watching. Dan Paez, I see you watching. Join us on Zoom. Check out the link in the comments and go ahead and join us over on Zoom. I want to get a little more interactive with my folks on Thursday. You know what I mean? I want to get a little more interactive. So that's why I've actually added the Zoom feature or what have you over on Zoom. And now you can check in. Let me see. I'm going to be adding this over to Facebook here in 1 second. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. You know what I mean? Right now, I just want to say thanks for those checking in. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. You know what I mean? We're going to get into it here. Like I said, we're going to get into it. It's the DJD show, y'all. Thursday nights, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Let's go. Danny Jones, I see you in the building. Join us on Zoom, Danny. Check out the link and join us on Zoom, my brother. I got shouts out to everybody that took time to wish your boy a happy birthday. We're going to touch on a little bit of stuff that's going on in the news. Like, we got to really, really, really be aware of our surroundings, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to touch on that also, because we need folks to be motivated and be aware of their surroundings. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world, man, and folks is kind of losing it. You know what I mean? And it's getting bad, man. It's getting real bad. So we definitely need to get on board, and get on top of things. It's your boy DJD. Thursday, y'all. Let's get motivated for the weekend. Friday is here in a few hours. You know what I mean? Go into work tomorrow. For those of you that still work, you know what I mean? Go into work tomorrow. Let the boss know you ain't for no mess. It's Friday. Time to start the weekend. Enjoy your family, friends, loved ones, and keep the enemies away. You know what I mean? We don't need them, but we're gonna keep them in prayer, because you know what I mean? They need love too. That's why they enemies, because they short of love. What's up, Danny Jones? I see you, baby. Danny, join us on Zoom if you can, bro. It was hey man, I got one of the biggest birthday presents ever. You know what I mean? I got a chance to see my buddy Danny Jones. We just happened to be in the same hotel last week in Vegas. I happened to do a quick live, and Danny was in the same hotel, seen me live, seen a sign or something that was behind me, and recognized that he had just walked by that same sign, and he sent me a message like, hey man, are you at the South Point? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I think I just passed by you. And bam, next thing you know, we in the hall hugging and cheering and high-fiving and everything, man. I hadn't seen my guy in 30 plus years, man. So big ups to you, Danny Jones, and your wife, Deborah, who y'all been together for like 100 years. So like I was saying in my live, once I connected with him, you know, we used to tease Danny about having a steady girlfriend when we was young. And Danny was, you know, maybe 16 with a steady girlfriend. We was like not trying to hear that. And they still together today. After 43 years, they still together, married and all. So big ups to Danny Jones, Mr. and Mrs. Danny Jones. Word up to y'all, man.
Exclusive.
Appreciate it, man. So yeah, Danny, if you can join us on Zoom, man, that'd be great. As a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add this Zoom over to Facebook also. Bingo. So you're gonna get that notification in a second, Vaughn. Boom. There we go. So this Zoom should actually be airing on Facebook right about now. So I'll be checking the comments on Facebook also. Big up. So yeah, I got to get ready because I got to give shouts out to everyone. I'm going to do my best to shout out every single person that took the time to wish your boy a happy birthday. A happy birthday. We're going to get into some current events, some information that I need to share, or just, you know, most people are aware of it because, of course, we live in these days and times. So I want to make people aware of it. You know what I mean? Most people are aware of it, but we just not talking about it because I guess it's becoming so normal in the news that we don't even talk about it. It's like we're becoming numb to this. You know what I mean? So we're going to chat about it. You know, we got some upcoming stuff this week. Hey, football season is about to start. Join us on Sundays, the Smack Talk Get Down at 7 o'clock. Right here. We right here. You know what I mean? Smack Talk Get Down crew will be in the building. You know what I mean? We on Zoom, and we going Zoom. We going Zoom for football season now. Okay? We going Zoom for football season. Cause guess what? We gotta see them faces, man. When them teams be losing, I wanna see your face when your team go down. I wanna see what you looking like, you know, when you done bet the farm and you know, you need a loan to pay your mortgage the next month. I wanna see your face, man. Melva Johnson is in the building. Word up. Word up. So let me refresh my Facebook, make sure that you guys are also able to see the Zoom over there on Facebook. Join us on the Zoom. The link is in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, there we go. The link is in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the comments. So go ahead and join in. Click on that link and join us on Zoom. Join us on Zoom. Word up. I appreciate you, Melva, checking in. Danny checking in. Tanya checking in. Dan Paez, my Bremerhaven brother. My Bremerhaven brother. You know what I mean? My Bremerhaven brother. You know what I mean? Word up. We really, really, really appreciate y'all checking in. Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and get you guys in here. There we go. Boom. There we go. So we on Zoom as well as on Facebook. So join us, ladies and gentlemen. We waiting on you. I'm gonna admit you in. As soon as you click on that link, we good to go. We good to go. Got my man Vaughn in the building. We got Winston Cook in the building. Winston gonna be with us here soon. He gonna be with us here soon. Let me check my folks. Shout out to those checking in. Mike Glazer, I see you in the building. What's up, DJ Magic Mike? I see you, man. Holla at your boy, man. Join me and Dub C and Vaughn over on Zoom. Derek Thomas, how you doing, my brother? Big ups to you, man. Appreciate you checking in. Word up. Appreciate you checking in, bro. So while we giving people opportunity to check in, I'm holla at my man Vaughn. You know, Vaughn, I went out to the range today, man.
Yeah, I saw.
And hey, I was a little surprised, man, that you know, I could still get him out there straight, you know? I can still get him out there straight, man. So that's a good thing, man. I thought I was gonna be all over the place. But
well, you know,
I was
sometimes the best thing is a break. Where was that? That was at
Monarch Bay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was out there. I mean, you know, it's brown, everything brown out there. They just now looking like they starting to water the place, you know? But not only that, you know, we've been having this hot weather, so it's gonna burn up a lot of grass anyway.
Cooking the grass,
yeah. So I had a good time though, man. I ran in, you know, met a couple of cats. I actually seen a cat that I hadn't seen in a while that I used to play with a long time ago. He was out there. So we exchanged numbers and hopefully we can get out there and do our thing. I got to get some practice in before I come play with you though, you know. but really, man, I really was shocked that you know, hey man, it was basically like riding the bike, man. You know?
Well, sometime when you playing that game, man, you gotta clear your mind. So probably whatever, you know, thinking you were doing then, you had to let that go.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was nice. Yeah, Danny, go in the link, Danny. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me put this link back up for these folks one more time on Facebook so they can join in. Let's see. Let me copy this. Copy that. And go back over here. Boom, boom. Let me put this in the comments. Okay, boom, boom. Okay, there's a link right there. I'm gonna do it one more time over here. folks, you can come on join us on on Zoom. It's connected to Facebook now, so you'll probably get a notification that you live on Facebook once you click on the link. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Boom. Let's see. I got the Cog and Water guy. Hey, Shelly, I'm gonna be online probably, let's say 2 hours at the least. Maybe 2 hours at the least. I want him to come on and share some information about Cog and Water, alkaline water, which is something that we all need to be aware of it at least, you know what I mean? So yeah, let's see, copy that, boom, go back over here, boom, paste that there, boom, boom. Okay, actually, why is it not, here we go, where is this at, here we go. Okay, here we go, folks. Here we go, folks, in the chat. There we go, bingo. Okay, bingo, bam. Okay, folks, there's the link. The DJD is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. Go on there, go ahead and click on it and join us. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the comments on the Zoom link. Don, what's up, baby? I see you checking in, man. Come on, we know you, I see you watching, Don. Come on, join us. I know you probably, look, I know you moved to a new church, man. You probably done moved in that new mansion and there, you don't want us to see that. So come on, join us, Don, on Zoom. Join us on Zoom, my brother. Word up. Join us on Zoom. So again, man, I appreciate folks checking in. I appreciate folks checking in. My man Danny say he's coming on. He having a few issues, and looks like he's gonna be checking in with us soon. And like I said, tonight, welcome back to the DJD show. We got dope instrumentals in the background.
If you're having a good time, if you're enjoying the sounds of my DJ right now, I need everybody to make some noise.
We got the crowd in the background, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all checking in on Zoom, man. Like I said, this first time DJD show over on Zoom. You can join us on Zoom. You can join us live on Facebook. You can go over to DJD show live over on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitch TV as well as Instagram. Tonight I have a couple of trivia questions, give you an opportunity to win a fabulous prize courtesy of DJD and the DJD show. Tonight's prize is Rewire the Black Mind to Prosper, Common Sense Approach to Self-Empowerment. Very good book. Very, very, very good book. I'll ask a couple of trivia questions. You'll get an opportunity to call in to the DJD hotline, 510-302-9787. Call in, give me the correct answers, and we'll get this book. That's right, Rewire the Black Mind to Prosper, Common Sense Approach to Self-Empowerment. We'll get this out in the mail to you, courtesy of DJD and the DJD show. So back to my folks, Derek Thomas, I see you, Michael Glazer. Mike, come on, man, join us on Zoom. Mike, you know how to get on Zoom? Get on Zoom, man, or just go on the link. Click on the link, Mike, in the chat. There is a link. Click on that link. It's gonna take you to Zoom, and it's gonna ask you, do you give permission for your camera and your audio? Just click yes, and it's gonna take you right to the meeting. You can join me and Vaughn and DJ Dub C. I see my man Rodney Sean Morris is in the building over on Facebook. What's up, Rod? Big ups to you, man. Happy heavenly birthday to Lil RJ, your son who you lost tragically a few years back, but we always keep him, lifted up. I remember Lil RJ when we was in Bremerhaven, Germany, man, would run on the court and take the ball while we was trying to practice, and we would be chasing the little dude around. Unfortunately, he lost his life a few years back. So prayers up to you and your family. Rod, I know it's a tough time during his birthday. And so we really, really, really appreciate that. There go my man, Rod. There go my man, Rod, right there, baby. Come off mute. You see that logo in the background, y'all, right? So we ain't got to talk about that because it ain't NBA yet, but y'all see what it is. Come off mute, Rod. Yeah, brother. That's my man, Rodney Morris, man. My Bremerhaven brother, Bremerhaven, Germany brother. It says it's connecting to your audio. I should be able to hear you now, Rod. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Word up. What's up, my brother?
Take a little time. I've been so busy, man. Just chilling, bro. I said, let me get in for a minute, check in.
Good night.
You see it back there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
See it? You know.
That's right.
How you been, man?
I've been good.
Happy birthday belated. I seen you out there. Did you play 00?
Look, no, actually, man, I was on them slots, man. I learned how to play Omaha, high-low Omaha. And
Yeah.
I did well, man. The slots, though, I was knocking them dead. You know what I mean? I was knocking them dead, you know?
That's where I used to go when I was going out there for the summer league. I used to go stay at the what's that, on the strip, man, at the, what's that casino across from Caesar's Palace?
Bellagio?
Nah, the other one.
Cosmopolitan,
It's
whatever
right
it is.
next to the link. But it's right next to the link, and they used to get it in, man. It's
Okay.
old time. It's been there longest. But anyway, I used to go out there. I was telling my friend I need to get out there, man, for the summer leagues and stuff. And I saw you. I said, oh, he out there. But that's what I used to do. I go play the video roulette, then I get it in. Just sit there late at night after 2 o'clock.
Yep.
I let the rookies get out there during the day, then go late at night.
That's right.
Get it. How you been, man?
I've been good, Rod. I've been good, man. I really needed that vacay, man. I really, really needed that vacation, man. I had
you
to,
need
like,
check on my
refuel.
boy.
Huh?
Wally doing back. Hey, what's up, man? Wally, you need to check in with Wally, man.
Okay, well, I know he came to the States, and he was in New York for a minute, and I don't
he's
know.
back, man.
Did he go back to Bremerhaven?
Yeah, man. You know, he's back. We have to talk offline. You know, you need to check in with him.
Okay.
You know.
I will. I'll definitely check in with Wally. So, Rod, I don't know if you met Vaughn before. Vaughn, you met Rod before? On
I think I
SmackDown?
met him the last time.
So, Rod, this is my
Yeah.
man VL. That's Vaughn. Me and
Hey,
Vaughn
what's
grew
going
up
on, brother? How you
together.
doing?
And then
Bless.
Winston,
Hi.
DJ Dub C. That's my man Rodney, man. We played
up,
ball
Rodney?
over in Germany in the military. That's another military man right there, too. Navy.
Okay.
That's a Navy guy right there. So,
Sorry about
Who
that.
that?
Got the
Who
brakes
that?
beat off the other night, man. I'm like, I was my home bus. Said, man, did y'all even gonna show up? Do something?
oh, that was against
Notre Dame. I said, is y'all even
Notre
gonna
Dame
do
went
something?
bananas, man. I seen that. Yeah. Well, I seen that.
Dude hit me talking about we waiting for the Army. I said, if that's how we gonna cakewalk out and y'all playing like that.
Yeah. Hey, so big up
You was
to you.
Army, Rod? I was Air Force.
You was Air
Yeah.
Force or Navy?
Yeah,
You was Air Force.
You think about Rich.
Yeah, that's
think
right.
about
Rich.
Rich.
Was Navy. You Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly boy, as y'all call us.
Yeah.
Good
Close
stuff.
support. Y'all was there, close support, a little bit close support. We need some help when we call it in.
Yeah, we had. Remember, we had
What's
some
up,
Air
Vaughn?
Force there on post.
Hey, what's
remember?
happening?
Yeah.
And Vaughn, that's my man DJ Dub C. So Dub is by way
I
of
met
sack
Vaughn
time.
last time. We was,
That's
talking about the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
We were just talking about them.
Sorry about that.
I'm Laker Nation, Rod. Laker Nation,
Okay,
baby.
then. Well, you right now. You in with us then.
Well, hey,
Yeah, what
I
up,
know
nigga?
we're gonna get into sports talk. And that's on Sundays, but I just want to touch on two quick things real quick, and then we can do our thing, man. The floor is open tonight. Like I said, the DJD show is just coming back after a few weeks of me just kind of doing me and taking a much-needed vacation, celebrating my birthday up in Vegas. I do want to give shouts out to all those folks that took the time to, send me birthday wishes, man. It was amazing, man. I actually ran into, like, my guy Danny Jones. Hopefully he's gonna come on here. And then another partner of mine that I hadn't seen in quite some time was there with another guy that I hadn't seen in many years. Then ran into an old schoolmate that I went to school with. Her and her family was there. So it was really nice, man, running into folks, you know, and just enjoying myself, man, without a worry, man. They ain't got to worry about getting back, going to work, none of that jazz. You know what I mean? Went out and treated myself to some great gifts, you know what I mean? So, you know, had a wonderful time, ate good, went to the 8 Lounge, the 8 Cigar Lounge in Vegas, and puffed on me an Andalusian Bull. Met some good folks there, you know what I mean? So it was great, man. It was great. It was great. So I know all of you sent me birthday wishes, so, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all for that, man. Because, you know, with today's, how, you know, folks be busy, man, and you can forget, you know. But y'all took the time and made sure you sent me a message on Facebook or text message or whatever. You took the time to send your boy some birthday love, and I appreciate that, man. For sure. Appreciate it.
What'd you say?
Yeah. So real quick, man, DJD show on Thursdays is all about motivating people to be their best. You know what I mean? Sharing information that can benefit our folks. You know what I mean? And I keep it real on this Thursday, man. Our people of color. You know what I mean? I ain't even trying to deal with them folks. You know what I mean? So when I say people of color, I'm talking blacks, Hispanic, Asian, if you anything other than that color, you know what I'm talking about. So that's who I'm trying to motivate. You know what I mean? It's power in numbers, and it's enough of us folks of color to make some changes, man. But it starts right in our own communities, right in our own homes. And so I appreciate y'all checking in with me. And look, y'all, we wouldn't be friends if I didn't know that you knew. You know what I mean? So I know y'all know, and that's why we friends. You know what I mean? And for those that don't check in, nothing personal, but for those that don't check in, don't be afraid to speak up, because I'm not the only one that feels the way I feel about the climate we in today. You know what I mean? I'm not the only person to feel the way I feel. You know what I mean? And after experiencing, you know, some real traumatic stuff like a little over a year ago, which I'm gonna be sharing later on, you know, I'm really what they call hyper vigilant. You know what I mean? I'm watching everything from all angles, no matter where I'm at. You know, even though I was in Vegas having a great time and the positive flow outweighed the negative flow, I still had to be aware, just as a black man, basically, you know.
365 days a year, we rest one eye up.
That's right. We got to sleep with one eye open nowadays, you know. But then there's, you know, then also, you know, because of the information that all of us have, because all of us have different information, but when you combine that information, it just helps each other grow. Like Jim Brown used to tell me when I was working with America Can, he was like, our job is to help each other become a better person. You know what I mean? So like Winston got information that's gonna help me or help Rod or help VL, and VL got information that's gonna help us three, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? And we just share that information with each other, and you know what I mean? We become better people. Not only that, we help those that are not opening their mouths, that won't say what's on their mind. Or you know, we might connect them with a resource that they may need. You know, one thing about black folks is we know how to put on a show. You know what I mean? We know how to shine when it's time to shine. You know what I mean? We know how to shine when it's time to shine. We know how to do that. But we also need to be able to, when times is rough, we need to be able to, especially as black men, be able to reach out. You know what I mean? To reach out for help, or share what we thinking and what we feeling in order to get that little boost that's gonna help us, you know, deal with whatever the situation is. And what I've found out over the years is just talking to somebody is pretty much 90% of the battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, just sharing, like, man, you know what, this happened, you know, and I ain't feeling cool about it. Just sharing that and getting feedback from our brothers or our sisters or whatever. Getting that feedback is gonna help us get through it. You know what I mean? So, you know, in our communities now, we dealing with the younger generation. You know what I mean? The younger generation is just, I don't know what to say, man. I can't even give you an opinion, a definition, or some insight. I can't even I can't. I just heard about there was a funeral. I guess it was this week or maybe last week. Someone lost their kid. Next thing you know, these folks are at a funeral, and the funeral gets shot up. Like 3 people get killed, 1 person in critical condition.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't even go to Chicago and visit my family no more, man, because it's not even the same.
Yeah.
I don't even go. So I was telling the guy, it's crazy because we talked about that, and you know, up here where I'm at now in Virginia, you know, I'm trying to get home to go visit my son. You know, I told you this the last time. I tell people you never know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody I was working in juvenile services for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And I tell people with these kids, they got to. I tell the kids, it's all fun. They want to put cameras in the special ed classes, and you know how it is. It's most of us in there. Yep. And I was telling them, I said the camera is keeping you honest, and it's keeping the kid honest. So when we're telling you, little Johnny and little Becky's in here calling the teacher everything but the child of God.
It's a protection for all involved. Yeah.
It's all involved, and some of the parents, us, don't want the cameras in there. I'm not. I said I work in there because when I was working there, man, we had a kid up here, man. This dude knocked off his whole family.
Wow.
They talking about he was on ADH. And I'm like, and you know, you wouldn't know it, that was his kid. And you know, because, you know, they don't treat him like adult jail. We sitting there and they call us counselors. I'm like, well, you got to do it by the numbers here, because there's 100 cameras on this pod. And all I do is sit there and talk to you. I said, as long as you don't put your hand on me, because if you put your hand on me, I'm going to act like you was the Taliban, because I done been to 3 wars and I got a citation for valor, and I'm going to act like you was the Taliban. So let's just keep it 100. Don't play with me, and I'm not going to play with you. My own kids. So what I've been telling the guys on my page that I talk to personally, I say, hey, man, I seen one of my best friends' kid come and I said, don't you say one word to me, because your parents didn't raise you like that.
Exactly.
But you in here now. And so now all I could do is sit here and watch your parents come in here and cry. The parents got to be more active with their kids as they're growing up, because, you know, I tell you, when they took ass whooping out of schools, boy, these kids done got bad in juvenile school. They had one on Facebook, if y'all see it, the girl was and threw the shoe at the teacher.
Yeah, I seen that. And then refused to leave the classroom. She had to get like armed, they had like armed security in the school.
And so when they come to the juvenile jail, when they get a charge, they don't realize that little 14 or 15-year-old, it's very rare, depending on what they will charge those kids with a felony assault on a public servant. People don't realize the teachers in every state, you get the same charge if you put your hands on a teacher as a police officer. Like
they're considered government officials, man.
And I tell these parents, man, you need to talk to your kids. Y'all send these kids, if you don't teach them home training at home, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, man, no. It ain't about they're there to learn. The teachers got a job and they got a job to learn. It's 2 jobs, to teach and to learn.
No boundaries have been established at all.
Man, it's horrible that I've seen it. So when you get kicked out of study hall and go home for suspension, and you come to the juvenile detention, it's voluntold now.
Yeah.
And all those reports go to the judge every 10 days. Oh, you cussing them out. We can't send you back to public school now. And when they come back, what did I tell you? The judge ain't playing with you now. Now your parents don't have nothing to say, because now the state's going to tell you what to do. Exactly. So I tell people they have to be actively involved with their kids, man. This generation is lost, man. It's a lost generation. They are just no more fighting no more. They just shooting up the funeral homes or whatever. I said, I can't go to Chicago family reunion. Y'all, we can't,
I ain't gonna be in the park or sitting duck out there, you know, rival gang roll by, and you got all y'all out there with y'all Morris family reunion red shirts on, and they talk about that's the Bloods out there, and they just light up the place, you know?
And I would just be wanting to go watch a good basketball game anywhere, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with this, bro, but I'm gonna wear, if I want to wear Michael Jordan, but you can't wear it. So I tell people now, because it's really, people don't know, man, up here in Virginia, they wanting to put school cameras in the class where the special needs kids are, because even though you have a child, he might be ADD. I don't believe in taking medicines. I say whoop his ass. He'll act right then.
Yeah. Power of that belt, man.
That's what my AD will act up if you want to.
Yeah.
And see what happens when you get home. And so they putting cameras in here, and us are complaining, oh, that's you invading their privacy. We don't want y'all to know my kid got, but he in there cussing the teacher out, fighting them, jumping on them.
Yeah.
And I said they need to put the cameras in there. So, man, talk to your kids, man. Now that I've retired out of it, I tell y'all, man, it's crazy when they get in the juvenile system, because these kids are literally don't have no boundaries at all, man, and it's horrible. And that kid we saw, man, the dude knocked off his whole family, man. I'm like, what was that about? They took my Xbox. What?
Yeah. See, and you know what's crazy out here, in the Bay Area? I don't know. Hold on 1 second. We got OB checking in. With us on Zoom. And so my man right here, OB. What's up, OB? Come off mute. Come off mute. I think you met OB before, Rod, when you came on the Smack Talk Get Down before.
I think I have, man. I just been busy, man.
Yeah.
Just running around with old girl, man, up here, and I said, let me get on tonight. I got a little free time.
Well, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Big ups to my man, David Morris. No, I see you every time you check in, Rod. I see you every time. David Morris, man. Hey, thanks for checking in, bro. Join us on Zoom if you can, David Morris. What's up, OB?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man? We just on here having a conversation about today's climate, the youth. Well, you know what I mean?
Look at what happened last week over in Alameda, where people went to the movies, and the kids was walking around spraying mace.
Man,
what?
People just going out on a Sunday outing, and then they start shooting. You know,
bro.
Spraying people with mace.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
Out the AMC movies, bro.
That's crazy.
And it'd be so funny, man, when they come in there, man, they be crying, sir, I didn't mean it. I said, I know. I said, that's just turn to the left, turn to the right. I said, what was you? We were just joking. I said, well, did you realize when the ambulance drove up? Dude.
That wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
These kids off the chain, man. It's just, it's sad you see it, man, in the community, because I was doing it in Texas, and I did it a little bit more here, and it don't change. It's in our community, and I tell the kids, we do this. I say, who you see up in here? Mexicans and black. The white boys' parents, they can go sell off 3 houses and cars and get them the smartest lawyer on earth.
The cool part about that is they not letting them know that action, you can control the action, but you can't control the consequence. Once it's on, it's on.
Exactly.
And I said, they're going to give you the dumbest lawyer. You're fresh out of college. And your parents ain't got all that money.
He gonna get the book thrown at you.
Yeah.
Well, see,
and
in the Bay Area, now Winston, I'm sure y'all heard this in the news, VL, OB. So we got this, is that the DA in San Francisco who was saying that if you're under 18, they're not gonna be charging you basically as an adult. You know what I mean? Like, you can commit a crime and not be charged as an adult. As a matter of fact, they want them to be lenient on these folks that are 18 or younger. You know what I mean? So it's like a setup, man, because if there's no consequences, you know what I mean? It's like when you was a kid and mama said, don't touch the stove when I'm cooking, it's hot. Well, excuse me, if you touch it, you get burned. But if it's cold and you touch it, so basically there's no consequence. So you'll touch it all day long if it's cold. If it's hot, you know it's gonna burn. But it's like these kids are committing these crimes and they're arresting them, letting them go with their parents. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about like crime, like crimes like felonies. Like I ain't talking about, you know, stealing a soda and some chips out of the doggone liquor store. You know, they knocking people upside the head, man. You see in the San Francisco,
Elderly.
you see the dude in the store, man, the dude beat him with a baseball bat. He hit him and the dude fell. Did you see that dude died yesterday? You know what I mean?
And they closing that big store up there too. I saw on the news up there, them big high-end stores, they closing them down.
Westfield. Well, you know why they doing that? Because you have security in the stores. So I walk in the store and grab me a couple of jackets or something and start walking toward the door. They may say something. They're not gonna put their hands on you, and I walk right out the store. You know, so
protocol, they told them don't touch them because if they do, it's a liable thing. So it's a damn if I do, damn if I don't.
Yeah.
Here up in DC, you know, they just came out today. They said the most high stolen car in America right now is the Hellcat, and the older guys are teaching these young kids, oh, you won't get a charge if you're under 16 because it'll under 16. But now these people done got wind of it, so now if you 16 up, they trying to classify you as an adult.
Yeah.
You know, I said, see, you keep playing it's chess that you made a move. Now they're finna go make another move. If you're 16, understand, we're gonna try to charge you as an adult for stealing. If somebody gets hurt, whatever.
And then the second part of that too is, they're attacking black communities as far as closing down schools, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's on and popping.
Yeah.
It's on, man. It's just hard. And I tell people, man, get your education. I said, hell no, I didn't like school. But I knew I was going to get my ass whooped. And then I wanted to play basketball, so I had to balance it out.
Exactly.
I can't play basketball if I don't go to school.
Exactly. Shoot,
So
I knew my mother's shoe size and every brand shoe she had.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what pair hurted the most, what pair I try to set up and put the pair that don't hurt closest to her.
It's the pair of pants. I said I had 5 aunts, and I had to get those 5 aunts first before my mom got on.
Yeah.
You got them weapons? Now they be like, oh, they just take my stuff for 2 weeks. I'll get it back. I said, shit, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Not in my house.
Yeah,
We're checking. Rod and VL made 2 good points. No guidance and no limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the system has been the cause of all of it.
Yeah.
It started when they said you can't whip your kids no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
First they said they took it away from the teachers. Then they took it away from the parents.
Yeah.
Then they made no consequences for bad behavior.
Exactly.
And check this out. When we were growing up, there was no such thing as ADD or ADHD or whatever. That stuff didn't even exist.
Exactly.
So basically, it's some bull.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I knew about timeout, let me go get another shoe.
Right. Right. And see, it didn't hurt white people because they never whooped their kids anyway. It was always timeout or whatever, Jimmy, this, that, and the other. So now these black kids are now in school with these white kids and see they have no boundaries and no limits. And they like, why not me?
Yeah.
Now we got kids that are entitled. You know, they bougie, that's broken bougie.
Yeah.
You know, they bougie and thinking they white.
Yeah.
When their ass get locked up, they get reminded of who they really are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the sad thing.
In there.
Yeah, here's the sad thing. It also in the school, they started this bullshit with talking about no child, pardon my language, no child left behind. That was only in black schools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you didn't perform in the white schools, you just got left behind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So now you have these people that are not excelling, holding back the whole class, but you're holding back the whole race, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing, they go out in society, right? And then just like you guys was talking about, they do a crime, they just get a slap on the hand. It's just a setup. D, you said it earlier. It's just a setup.
It's just a setup,
And
man.
they're not providing them or taking advantage of the skill sets that they can easily acquire to navigate through this system. You know, when you go out and for a job or whatever, you don't have to be no white dude, but you got to know how to navigate and beat him at his own game.
Work with his system. work within the system.
Right.
Yeah.
If you know the cards are stacked against you, you play the cards, play the hand you got dealt the best way you can.
And
that's what we were taught.
They are heavily stacked, West.
Right.
They are heavily stacked.
Right. Now here's another thing. Our kids spend more time with other people than we do at the dinner table.
Yeah.
And then when
you go to most black houses now, they don't eat dinner together like we used to.
They don't visit relatives. They don't
visit
relatives. Have a concert, or board games, or just, you know what I mean? You get out your school clothes, you fold them up, and all that. None of that stuff is even in the, you know what I mean? And so then, when they go to the dinner table, everybody's texting each other on social media. It's a lot more distractions in place now, and it's by design.
Yeah.
To keep you from advancing, man, and even being competitive. There was a study that they were talking about the black men, how they demonize them and get them felonies and all that. And the white dude, test scores on how they go out and what their aptitude is to go survive in the workforce, and it's pretty telling.
Well,
and when we would talk to those kids, we would tell them, when we would have our group session with, I would pull them to the side. I said, hey man, we're gonna have family talk. And the white boys, what you mean, Miss Young? I said, don't worry about it. But the black and men, they understood. I said, hey man, if you know what the game is when you go in, if you know it's bullshit at a job, in the school, going in, it'll be a little bit better because you've already expected what it is, but you got to work double than the other people. Yeah. That's when we have family come. You know what I'm saying? If you already know going through the door that it's BS, but I got to work harder, you just can't keep going with the white man holding me. Nah, bro. We all say the same thing. That's over with. You got to go in knowing the game. You already know the answer. It's going to be they're going to put about 10 blocks in front of you, and you got to navigate them and push through them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and check this out, D. We were at a dinner at Oyo. There's a joint in Pleasanton called Oyo. DJD turned me on to it.
Hey, V, you got to check it out, Blunt.
Yes,
Oyo.
sir.
All right.
You got to check it out. OB, you got to come down, check it out, bro.
OYO. But anyway.
And it's some history behind Oyo.
Yeah.
Check out Oyo, the city or town of Oyo, whatever it is, in South Carolina. It's some history behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, this sister, woman, got her 2 kids, young brother and his sister. And the young man, he all in his phone, texting, whatever. Sister, she just in another world. And mom's just sitting there. And I tell my wife, I'm like, look at that. I said,
no control of the situation.
A top-notch restaurant, and we were lucky to get McDonald's growing up in St. Louis. But you know what?
Man.
Things have changed, thank God.
Yeah.
But I saw no appreciation whatsoever for that meal.
Yeah.
And no communication taking place. And you at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's sad. That's supposed to be a family moment, family time. And they're in their phones. My little brother, 10 years younger than me, I love him to death because Darius, D.
Yeah.
Even if I come to his dinner table with a phone in my hand, he gonna say, put that phone down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't do that in my house.
Exactly.
That's to everybody. And I respect him for that.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be interacting. Why are you in a phone and you got people right in front of you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Supposed to be having a conversation.
Right. Communication is our most strongest tool right now.
Yeah, and that's what I like to focus on. It's real funny because today, like I was telling Vaughn earlier, I went to the driving range and I'm out there hitting a bucket of balls, and it's Asian guy on this side, Asian guy on that side. And we talking, we giving each other little tips and all of that. So a couple of brothers came, walking, went and got their bucket, walked on by. When I was leaving, we make contact. We make eye-to-eye contact, right? And I say, hey, brother, hey, bro, hit him straight, man, hit him straight, right? Just...
And he act like you didn't even exist.
Man, that dude looked like he was looking through me, man.
Yeah.
And I walk by, I say, what the hell? And then
Did he not hear me?
I walk up to my truck, It's a Hispanic dude. Matter of fact, me and him exchanged numbers. He was gonna come on tonight. This cat named Isaac I met. Hispanic cat, getting in his truck, putting, so I'm, you put your bag down, and as soon as I walked up, he was like, hey man, how'd you do? As soon as I walked up, and I was like, hey, what's up, bro? I said, oh, well, I didn't go out, man. I just hit a bucket, Seemed like I still got the concept down, and we just went into a conversation, man. We got to talk about kids and life and all of that. And I told him what happened. I said, anything of color, that's what I'm focused on. And it's like, that's where we need to start. And I said, like, for example, I said, you're Hispanic. I say, I just walked by two brothers and I spoke to them. And I said, they looked right through me. I said, as I walked up, you spoke to me, engaged in a conversation.
Diversity is beautiful because it's the world.
Exactly.
We have a tendency to want to freeze each other out because I had the same, and I play a lot of course.
Yeah.
This brother walked up, he was with the white boys, and he'd rather be them than me because I guess he had a stigma or whatever.
Yeah,
I didn't belong. I was striping past him, man, and looking at him. Then he want to speak. Then I got antisocial.
Yeah.
To teach him a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, look.
The moment passed, bro. The moment passed, sir.
That's right.
You can't come back.
Right. And see, I was telling this guy, I said, we have to pay attention now because see, this is what's happening now. Those other folks of color, i.e. our Hispanic, our Asian, our Filipino, our Islanders, Samoan, Tongan, anybody that ain't white, basically. Mm-hmm. They're starting to look at the black community as, I don't want to deal with them because they see us, battling each other. So they like, nah, we don't want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So we're not even realizing that. It's like, we talk about white man. Well, look, we're killing off each other faster than the white man is. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we got to look at, hey, when the white man killing us, hey, we got to look at what was you doing in the first place to even be engaging with. I mean, yes, we've seen killings and wrongful murders and all of that stuff. But then we also seen a lot of cats get killed because they was doing something stupid. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways. But then, like I say, these other nationalities don't want to deal with us because of the fact that they see how we treat each other. They like, no, we don't want to be part of that. We don't even want to be affiliated with that. When I grew up like in San Francisco, when we were younger, right, V? When we were younger, we didn't care if the kid was white, Hispanic, Filipino, whatever. Long as they was engaging with us, like if we was playing baseball, riding bikes, you know what I mean? Going to the store.
A lot of them same dudes that we went to school with are we're engaged with them right now.
Exactly.
And it's a continuum of that era, and we have the same conversation amongst them to an extent that we having right now in this forum about values, about how people interact. Like you say, a lot of these people out here don't even know their relatives, man. We used to go visit relatives.
Yeah.
We used to
family reunion,
whatever. Yeah.
My parents had sister weekends, and we would just go.
Everything.
As a kid, we would just go to everybody's house. That's what we did. Right. And it's sad, man, because I get tired of watching the news. I just turn on the History Channel. My wife, I'm tired of watching. Because if it's either gonna be about Chicago, or it's gonna be about some store that got bum rushed again, or now the news cycle is the fake electors and stuff and everything. I'm saying, okay.
Something we got real bad. We like to tear each other down. Call each other haters, jealous, traumatize each other with materials. And the bottom line is when it's all over with, and we came here the same way, and you're going to touch earth when you leave. So anything that you do in between then and now, man, that's your legacy. You want that journey to be as peaceful and as smooth as possible.
Exactly.
We seem to want to get that right. We want to, Facebook is, well, somebody look like they got they don't look at the big picture. He got more cars than me, but he might be in more debt than you, or he got
exactly.
He do it, and he probably is, or he dress a certain way, and you know what I mean. It is we play all kind of psychological games with each other, and just because you don't get it when the other person got it, it might be a reason for that. If you jump in somebody else's journey, you might not be the same person, and it'll be detrimental to you in the end. You know what I'm saying?
I think it kicks in when you get a certain age. Because you know, D, how we was doing, man. I told people I had every BMW that they had on earth, man. But then when I went through my situation, that stuff didn't matter. Because like you said, when you come in, you came in naked and you going to leave a certain way. None of that stuff, but your character, how you were, treated people means a lot.
You remember.
Yeah, that's how folks will remember you. Because when you look, when you ain't, I ain't never been to a funeral and someone said, man, he had the nicest car. You know, they remembered you. Even if you was a good athlete, they talked about how great of an athlete you were. You know what I mean? Or how you helped the person out, or how you would get your shirt. You know, he give you the shirt off his back. No one said, "Oh man, he used to wear the dopest tennis shoes," or he had, he had the nicest car.
It's character.
You know,
it's a character.
They talked about your character.
People.
Yeah.
And we do each other bad behind that.
Yeah.
Because it's anything you get is through work or through the graces of God, man, and easy come, easy go. Enjoy it while you have it, because
there it is.
It's really, everything got an expiration date, man. But we culturally have established that as the standard of how we want to be valued and judged.
Exactly.
You guys remember that song, Self-Destruction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Human Education Against Lies.
Yep.
You know, the self-destruction, we're destroying each other socially and emotionally.
Exactly.
Bro, you have to go on World Star, and you know how we go, man. I was a big Run DMC fan. They had something on World Star today where the cats was in the club pouring the liquor out. See who could pour out the most liquor.
Yeah.
I'm like, what part of having fun is that?
Right.
I mean, I don't drink. I drink wine, but I never remember when I was buck wild. You know, D.
Yeah.
I don't remember us pouring liquor out.
Man, pour something out, man. You crazy.
They was in some high-end club in Atlanta. They put it on there, showing each other, in their section, just how much they Don P, the most
how careless you can, how wasteful and how careless you can be.
All about
it just, I'm like, this is what we showing them, and that's what comes back to what he's talking about. People don't want to be a part of us or want us in it because there's something coming attached to it. And I tell people all the time, man, it's sad, but you got to try to still keep going and impact these kids and tell them, hey, man, this your 20s is when you get 35, 40, it'll kick in where, when you wondering why people, because you're always talking about the man did this and they're holding me back. What are you doing? How are you fixing it?
Exactly.
You already know the deck is stacked against you, so you got to work double hard than the next person, because when you walk in the room, fill the room. They say, what do you mean fill the room? I said, you serious? We finna have this class. I said, we're going to have this family discussion later on. What you mean, Mr. Sean, fill the room? When you walk in the room, your command presence, how they react to you when you walk. If you come in with them sagging, that gang throwing that, you can watch how people going to react to you. He's on a whole different thing. I'm like, if they wasn't talking about basketball or business.
Internally.
Yeah. Hey, I used to see him come to the courthouse, man. Come in smelling like weed, sagging. I'm like, dude, what you think the judge finna say to you, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think the judge is about to say to you, man? I remember I was just talking about this earlier to that guy Isaac about a program. Buddy of mine, Derek, works at this place. It's called the Bill Wilson Center down in San Jose, and we used to put on this thing called Youth Revolution. It was a 2-week like summer camp. Kids would come every day, and we had like gang members, that would come in, and throughout the 2 weeks, man, there were gang members that turned in their colors. They was like, man, we don't want to be part of this no more, and they would turn in their colors. But we had a group of guys that always would come sagging, no belt on, you know, draws showing and all of that. Till one day I was like, look, man, y'all can't come like that. It was another counselor. She bought belts. And they had, when they came to the classroom door, you had to put a belt on. You had to put a belt on to come in the classroom.
Minor, that's crazy because I saw, I done retired out of that now. I'm just helping my, with the business now. So I went out and bought about 4 mediums, 4 large, 4 extra large small shirt, and some ties. And I said, no, I don't want the county's help. I don't need y'all. I said, my grandpa taught me how to do a Windsor, and they were teaching that in basic training, how to tie a tie.
That's right.
And so they was like, you buy. I said, I'm giving it back. I'm not looking for you to give me. I got my awards, military. I said, these kids need to know you just can't go to no job sagging and look crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I left all that stuff there. They said, man, Miss Sean, my parents ain't never taught me how to do a tie. I said, first impression is a lasting impression. Yeah. That's crazy, D, man. I always tell kids, man, I never knew. I said, man, every time I went to a job interview, I was dressed, what they call it, casket ready. My grandpa said, make an impression. Yeah. I always put on a suit, no matter where I was going.
They have an organization in Atlanta called the Legacy Center that mentors like that, man.
Yeah.
Teach them at about LLCs at 10 years old all the way up.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah. Man, I know that I remember when I first got promoted to a manager, and I would come to work, slacks on, loafers, V-neck with a hard collar on or something, and they used to be looking at me. A dude made a comment one time, and I heard him as I walked in the door. I heard him make the comment. He said something to the effect of, well, man, the way he dresses, like, that's not the way you're supposed to dress for that position. I'm management. I got an office. I ain't got to leave my office if I don't want to. I just happen to be a hands-on type of manager. We worked in facilities maintenance. I had a crew of utility workers and custodians. So I'm hands-on. I'm going to get out. So if I'm getting out, going to check out these facilities, I got to be on point. I can't walk in there looking like my employees. I'm coming, like I said, hard collar, V-neck sweater, loafers on, slacks, And this cat said, this is what the cat said, man. He said, yeah, he coming in all dressed up all the time. What is that about? And he went like this. He goes, bean pie, my brother? That's what he said to the person he was talking to. That's what he said to the person he was talking to. And I'm walking right in the door as he said it. And he gets up and he walks out the room, But that's just one instance, one example of the kind of stuff I faced just being promoted to management in county government. You know what I mean? That was just one incident, man. My first day on the job as a road worker, 2 years in recovery, I get this job on a humbug. I'm actually at the courthouse paying for a ticket and just happen to see a job announcement on the wall. And I say, man, I think I could do this. I filled out the application. And when they called me, I thought they was pulling my leg. I was like, man, y'all ain't called me. I know I don't qualify for that job. You know what I mean? I've been on dope for the last 10 years. And I went to the interview, and when I went to the interview, the first thing I said was, they asked me about job experience. I said, I worked for the California Conservation Corps for years. That was it. We didn't even talk about the job I was applying for no more. We started talking about basically like life. I'm like, hey, I'm in recovery. I land this job. It's like, this would be the first real job I've had in many years, blah, blah, blah. The first day on the job, when I walked in, this dude told me, he said, hey, man, is Gary your supervisor? And I go, yeah. He's like, oh, well, man, you're going to have a hard time because he don't like brothers. The first day on the job. The guy that he was talking about, the guy named Gary that he was talking about, me and that dude became like this, dude. Italian cat. We became like this. The dude showed me so much stuff as far as being a road worker and just being a leader, man, and just taking information and utilizing what you can. What's gonna benefit you. Whatever don't apply to you, you let that go.
That's because you tapped in as being eager and on wanting to do the job. See, when you go to a job, you got to be about your job. You got to be about that job one way. You can't go in there and be blasé with this cat. gossiping with the other and all that. Because one thing Pops always said to us, man, you always walk with your head up, because somebody's always observing, and that's real.
Yeah. And you could take that. That's what your grandpa did. And I always remember that in my favorite part of the movie, Michael Corleone said. The Michael Corleone said they're gonna show it to you. The first one coming with that slide saw, the disgruntled worker, the hating person that's been there 10 years, ain't never got promoted. Them the first ones to get to the new staff.
Yep.
And he said, my grandma, just sit back and watch. The people that ain't been promoted, they're gonna be the first one to come to you, start telling you the stuff, and you
cutting corner mentality.
Yeah, just ask them how long you been here. Oh, I've been here 10 years, ain't never been promoted.
Yeah. Hey man, I had people on my staff 30 years as a custodian. 30 years.
See?
I'm like,
this the snake right here.
In county government, it's really easy because there's so many positions. The turnover rate, you got, you might have a March retirement. It might be 150 people that might retire. That's 150 job openings. And you already part of the entity. All you got to do is basically apply. And like they say, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. You know what I mean? When you start getting into county government.
They disqualify themselves with their behavior.
Yeah.
And, and that's why, like we talking about golf, man, I play it because you can't hide out there, man. You see how people gonna handle pressure.
Yep.
How they get through, if they got a mental and physical endurance to get through the whole. You find out a whole lot about people.
Man.
There's you can't hide your emotions.
Nope. No.
And I tell people all the time that, because y'all play the golf. I tell man, I don't play golf. My brother play golf, but I can get you on the video game Tiger Woods. But my boss, one guy knew he down in Texas, outside Austin, his name Scott Matthew. Man, if you want to meet the second Larry Bird, he was it. And I used to tell these young cats come through, I say, I hear people saying most deals are made on the golf course. I say, you know who you need to talk to if you want to get promoted around here? Our boss is a gym rat.
Yeah.
Scott. I say, yeah, that dude calls it. He opens up the gym every Sunday, show your face. He don't play golf. He play basketball like me. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. I say, anything I wanted, I just go talk to him, and he tell me, do this, because I said those backroom meetings are made in the gym. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. He said, I was wondering, I thought you was up there snitch. I said, nah, me and him be up there talking about Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Y'all think I'm up there? And we up there talking about, look what we be doing, D, talking about the Lakers and this stuff.
Yeah.
He said, oh, man, y'all been, I said, yeah, I don't care what y'all do. Me and him be up there talking about basketball.
That's right.
Oh, man, and after that, everybody said, "Oh man, don't even ask, cause that's his boy." I said, "Nah, man, I'm just telling you, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. You can go apply for them positions, but you realize the game. Some of these deals have already been made because the way the laws work in America is they can't discriminate. They gotta let everybody apply.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, look.
When I was saying about talking with people, not to cut you off, D.
Go ahead.
One thing we all got in common is we human, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody is human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, when I applied for the job, what they did was like had an out of class opportunity, right? I was the first one up. It was like 4 other candidates. When I first got on the job, I had a staff of like 30 people. They didn't even have uniforms. I had people showing up to staff meetings, and I was like, well, who you work for? What do you do? You know, they ain't got on no uniform, they ain't got no badge on or nothing. So I was like, I'm working out of class. I'm like, look, first thing we about to do is get y'all some uniforms so people are able to identify that you are a county employee. You know what I mean? So then I said, y'all never had uniforms? They was like, oh yeah, they bought us 3 uniforms. I said, 3 uniforms? I said, how many days a week you work? And they was like 5. And I said, okay, well, you need 5 uniforms. I said, y'all need to come to work every day in a clean uniform. So I was able to purchase uniforms, when I came in working out of class. Before I even finished my little 90-day tenure, the boss had already told me, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and hire you, man, but we gotta let these other dudes go through their little spiel. But I was already hired. I was, they, you know, they didn't like that. You know why? Because they had a brother coming in, taking over. You know, they had all these other cats that was just like, you know, let me control you, you know. And I was like, nah, I say, man, I'm ex-military, man, attention to detail. You know, you come in, I need them shirts tucked in, you know what I mean? Your uniforms need to be clean. You know, that badge need to be showing. If I walk in the building, I need to be able to identify you from down the hall. You know what I mean? Just like these county managers and these judges, when they see you in the hall, they need to know who you are. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that was just one instance, you know, in which, you know, you could just show somebody just the smallest thing can help them progress like huge. You know what I mean? Like I said, I had people on my staff had been there 30 years and they was a custodian. I told this one guy, I say, hey, listen, you don't have to stay in this position. I'm like, apply for these jobs. I said, in 30 years, I'm sure you've built some really quality relationships with people that you see every day, even if it's, excuse me, can I get your trash? You know what I mean? Excuse me, I need to vacuum around your desk. If you've been doing that for 30 years, you telling me you've never stopped and had a conversation with somebody, get to know somebody. I mean, it just happens if you open up. If you walking around like this, you ain't open to nothing. You know what I mean?
But you know, and then encouraging them to you know, rise up is a sign of leadership, and it's no threat to me.
Exactly.
I don't care how y'all elevate, but a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? If I don't rise, you know, it's the crab mentality. If I don't come up, you can't come up either.
Well, hey, as a matter of fact, listen.
Right on hot. He hit it right on the head. That's what they teach you in the military. I tell people, I don't care. Hey man, you supposed to be moving. I'm gonna be moving. Don't let me.
Exactly.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings getting promoted, because in the military, they got 100 people at the recruiting station waiting to come in.
That's right. Man up. That's right. Next man up. So as a matter of fact, to this, like right now, that I retired just like a week and a year ago. The guy that has my job, he was one of my custodians. He was one of my guys that was in them meetings when I was like, look, man, you see these jobs that's open? Apply for them jobs, man. You already in the door. Apply for them jobs. Even if you don't qualify, apply for the job. I used to tell my employees, you know, HR keeps seeing your application come across their desk. The one thing they're gonna say is, at least this person is consistent. You know what I mean? We know he gonna be at work every day. We know we tell them what needs to be done, they're gonna do it. Like, this dude didn't apply for this job 5 times.
There it is.
That's who I want. You know what I mean? Hire him. The guy that has my job right now was one of my employees when I became a manager. He was one of my employees. And I told him, look, man, apply for the utility worker job. He got that.
Paying it forward.
When I left,
Paying it forward.
When I left, they told me, oh, so-and-so got that job. I was like, what? I called him. He said, man, I remember what you told me the first staff meeting we had. He said, you said apply for the job. Now look, D. I said, yep, you got my job now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all about, like I said, sharing information. And that's what we don't do as a community. Like you say, Vaughn, we quick to, like you say, point the finger
our own way.
Yeah, like, oh, nah, man, you can't do that. Or what do you think he doing? You know what I mean? Not, man, how did you do that? And that's because, you know, we didn't learn that as kids in our household. We learned that outside of the household, especially as black men. We don't show no weakness. We don't show we need. You know what I mean? We're supposed to have it all together. And if you didn't, you was looked at as somebody weak.
One opportunity away. You know, you take
one opportunity away
that has a whole lot of athletic talent, and he makes it to the professional ranks, and people say, oh, he's wasting his talent, or he's utilizing his talent, but he's setting the foundation. Some dudes don't want to be 20-year NFL, NBA players. They want to go and use that to get that financial backing.
Yep.
To the next opportunity in the community somewhere else.
Exactly.
And a lot of these guys, you know what I mean, they don't approach it that way.
Right. Exactly. Hey, big ups to David Mays, Michael Glazer, Derek Thomas, F.J. Chavez, my man David Morris, Joel Douglas, I see you checking in, Larry Patterson, Robert Rosenthal. Hey, Joel, you should tell your hubby to check in with us. Malik, good brother, wrote a really good book that's out there. I forget the name of it right now off the top of my head, but you should share this with him, Joel, and let him know we here every Thursday, man. We could use his input because his life story is valuable to us all. You know what I mean? So big ups to Miss Douglas. I see you in the building. Tell Tracy and the family I said what's happening. You know.
Hey, did you get that VA thing done?
You know what? I got an appointment coming up. I gotta go do like my means test and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to do my thing.
Stuff on.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Get your shaving profile, bro.
That's right, man. I've been shaving since I was in basic at Fort Jackson. Yep. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go get that jail. Yes, sir. You gonna have to pay me. Hey, Drill Sergeant Pender came out there with that yellow and white Bic with no shaving cream and was like, nah, you ain't coming to my formation. Like, come here. And he was out there shaving Cass. We was out there in the rain. Cass was bleeding and all. Cass was bleeding and everything, man. Yeah. You know? Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
So something else I wanted to touch on, something that I've always share on my Thursday night, little deal is that, one of the ways, what's up, Joe Fish? I see you in the building. Joe, where you at, man? Like Australia or something, right? You somewhere over there, man. Where you at, Joe? You been somewhere for a minute. Singapore or something like that, right? One of the two. Big ups to you, Joe, checking in. Anyway, something that I was sharing with folks, about how we can start in our own communities. And I actually told this guy today this. I said, Joe Fish says to everybody, aloha from Singapore. He lives in Singapore. You know what I mean? Singapore. Former Bay Area product. Big ups to you, Joe. What I tell people is, how, like Rod was saying, he hear all the way out there in DC about the Westfield Mall closing in San Francisco. And one of the main reasons is because of the theft. Because if the kids is coming in stealing their products, they can't make money. So these people are pulling out of them lease agreements, $560,000 a year for rent. They're like, no, we're not gonna pay that if we're losing $100,000 in product being stolen out of our, monthly. So that's why
we can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, and then we can't do nothing about it. And then the police, the police force is not doing it. Then you're saying the 18-year-olds are not gonna face any kind of harsh consequences that would stop them from even thinking about doing something like that. And ain't no belts in the house at home. You can't whoop the kids because then they're gonna try to charge you with child abuse or whatever. You know what I mean? Joe Fish says, yes, appreciate your D minor. And he gave the whistle from my boy, Mervin Booker, Merv the Mad Hooper Booker, passed away several years ago. He was my basketball coach in high school. And he had this little whistle he used to do. And everybody in the Bay Area that know Merv know about that whistle. So big ups to you, Joe. Rest easy to my boy, Merv Booker, Merv the Mad Hooper Booker. He played with Francois Wise and all them guys in the Bay Area back in the day. The dude was bad, man. He was Gus before Gus Williams. He was Gus Williams before Gus. He was bad, man. He was a bad dude, man. And he was my coach in high school. But like I was saying, starting in the community, one of the things, of course, in the home, you know what I mean? We have to take them values, like Mo mentioned it earlier about my grandmother. And like you said, Vaughn, how Pops and them, how Pops and them raised us. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we start there, those that are fortunate enough to still have their parents around, OB, Vaughn, y'all still got y'all parents, your dad, your mom, or even if it's a grandmother or what have you, them values are still there. And we know it, because you know how you straighten up when you walk through that door of their house. We on Sunday, we talking smack about sports. We might cuss a little bit here and there, but when you walk through Pop's door or Grandma's door, that changes.
All that stuff.
You know what I mean?
All that stuff.
That changes.
All of that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we look at what I've been looking at basically is, so we got the core beliefs and the behavioral stuff. We have that already, just as grown men and how we were raised. The era in which we were young, it wasn't like this. So I started looking at how the setup. So the setup is this. Okay, let's close down all these places where they go. You know, let's move the necessities to our neighborhoods. So then the plan is this. Now they gotta come to our neighborhoods. Now we have justification is, hey, you're not supposed to be over here. What you doing here? You know what I mean? You at they mercy when you go into their neighborhoods. You know what I mean? They already know what you're doing to your own neighborhood. So they already gonna say, what you doing here? You tearing up your own neighborhood. You coming over here to tear ours up? Nope. We gonna put you down, either in jail, and you get out of line, you might get killed. You know? So I've been pushing.
Black Wall Street.
Yeah, I've been pushing. We need, that's exactly where I'm going, Mo. We need to start spending our dollar within our community. I know within a 4-block radius of where we live, like if I walked out my door and walked around this block, each block, 4 blocks, I'm sure I could find 3 resources. I could find 3 resources of people of color that have a business or service that could be beneficial to me. It might be a landscaper, it might be a painter, a plumber, somebody that that's in finance or something, a real estate agent, you know what I mean? You know, it might be someone that knows about the stock market. But within a 4-block radius, we already have the resources right in our own neighborhoods. But we gotta reach out. We can't be like the dude at the golf course today, didn't even want to speak to me. You know what I mean?
And not kill ourselves at the head. You know, we gotta support
exactly
and encourage and start coming to each other. Oh, you black, where's the hookup?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want a deal. Like I've run into that so many times, you know, with my DJ service. It's like, okay, hey, how many times did we run into that, Winston?
Numerous,
Hey,
countless.
Look, and this is sad, but true. You know, our brothers and sisters are gonna be like, how much it costs, and then you give them a price. They come back with a counter offer. Like, what you mean? Wait a minute, this ain't no settlement. This is my business, and this is what I charge. This ain't AAA, and I'm trying to get a settlement for a car accident, and they coming back with a counter offer. No, this is what it costs.
And if the shoe was on the other foot,
they would want their money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But look, hey, the white folks, you tell them what the price is, you know what they say?
No problem.
Oh, well, you want to check?
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and pay for it all? You want to, you know, let's go ahead and take care of it right now, so we don't even have to worry about that on the day of the event.
And then with that, an expectation is set.
Exactly.
That's a contract agreement.
Exactly.
It's verbal at that point.
Exactly.
And you know, I want delivery on the product, because if once you put out a good product,
Yes.
then
Word
your
of mouth.
marketing's already set. Exactly. Because word of mouth.
Yeah, I've learned to combat that with, you know what? I don't think I'm the right DJ for you, because the service you want is not superior like mine.
Yeah.
You want is free.
So let me
Yeah.
give you some other recommendations of
Yeah.
people you may want to talk to, because I'm not the person for you.
You know how many times I've heard, you know, they'd be like, oh, well, at one time it was like, you know, wedding reception started at $1,200, and they'd be like, oh, well, our budget for the DJ was $750, and I'm like, well, you talking to the wrong person. Oh, well, you know, my nephew got DJ. I say, well, pay him the $750. You know, pay him the $750. Mine started at $1,200, and that's
when
just
it's
for
over,
music.
call me and tell me how that worked out.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Hey, Joe Fish says here in Singapore that mass theft won't fly. He said because mofos would get canceled. And look, he put some
over there to get that hand stomped on.
What is this he put on here? Is this a baseball bat? I don't know what that is, Joe. You put on there that little emoji.
Probably will get
Hey,
wet.
Hey, Dick,
Yeah.
you know,
Right, Vaughn?
you've been to Germany.
Yes, sir.
You've
Hey.
been to Germany and the Middle East. In the Middle East, they got the lowest high crime. I tell people all the time, I said my most safest time I've been was when I was in Germany.
Yeah.
I was in Germany in the Middle East. I said the police over, they don't do warning shots.
No. Hey, look at our boy Art.
With Uzis.
Look at our boy Art, man. When Art, remember our boy Art?
Yeah.
Man, they came and got him.
Everybody hit the ground. Rouse. Everybody hit the ground.
Yeah, they came and got him. Our boy was out there stealing. Man, they laid us all
And
there.
if you survive any of that and come back home, you'll need a disability plaque. Because, you know, like they say, all that stealing, there go them hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gossiping, there go that tongue.
Yeah. Joe says, what Joe put up is a cane. He say they cane people over there.
Yeah, that's the West.
Yeah.
They still caning.
Singapore,
Yeah.
Woo!
I did a class on that.
Over there in Egypt and Saudi Arabia and all that, they cut your hands off, bro.
I did a class on that one time, man. I did the most around the world. I said, y'all got it easy here in America. Some of these countries, they killing kids. Literally, kids, adults, whatever. You break the laws in these countries, it's going to be you can't call them American card. That's it. It's over with.
If you're a teenager, like a 16, 17-year-old, and you rape a girl over there, that's definitely, they don't give a shit about you a kid. That's
you won't get no more,
Yeah, they stone you over there. I said, in some of those I said, I get it, but in some of those countries, like Afghanistan, they go to the senior elders, they will stone you to death. He said, what? They get away with that? I said, yeah.
And,
take you down to the square.
The best opportunity to broaden your horizon. When you travel and go to these other countries, and, you know, even like, say the Caribbean, you know, a lot of those people, man, they don't have what we have over here.
Right.
But they are real appreciative and genuine for the most part in that, like you say, and going to these other foreign countries and stuff like that. Your people take advantage of the freedom. So when they come here, they know what the game is. They pull together and all that. And we are here, and we trying to take advantage of each other.
Tearing each other down.
That's, I say it all the time. You get, like you say, Vaughn, they come from other countries.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. Between, let's just say, Indian, you know, like Pacific Islander Indian, also India, Latinos, people of Latin culture, Filipinos, or we could say Asians, all these ethnicities. What's something you guys realize amongst them that takes place? They could be wrong as two left shoes. What do you know that they would do?
They're gonna stick together.
They'll never put each other down in front of us.
Nope.
And that's where that's
the first thing we gonna do is call each other out.
Right.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
He did it. We're right there. He did it.
And The Godfather, somebody was talking about The Godfather earlier. In that movie, Marlon Brando told Sonny, don't ever speak your mind in front of anyone other than the family.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
And we learned that. You don't talk family business about nobody but family.
Exactly.
Now, you could be wrong as two left shoes. We're going to deal with you later.
Exactly.
But don't you do it in front of nobody else.
Exactly.
I taught that to my kids. I said, nah, man, we talk family business with family. Out here, I'm just going to give you a look like, okay, that's what you're going with. I'm going to go with you. But we ain't going to make each other look bad.
Exactly. Right. Big ups to my man, Dion Otis, man. I see you checking in over there on Facebook, man. Appreciate the comment.
Up,
D.O., man, what's happening, brother? Hey, prayers out to you and the family, man. Hope all is going well with you, man. Okay, join us, D.O. If you got Zoom, man, click on the link, man, and come on, join us, man.
OB, you getting a walk-in?
Joe Fish says, eye for an eye over there in Singapore. Eye for an eye.
Connected to the Wi-Fi, so the car start breaking up.
And he also says we got the crab mentalities too with our people. You know, of course,
Crab in the bucket, pulling each other down.
Yeah.
I want to see you doing good.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you were saying, Winston and Mo and Vaughn, all you know, I was one of those guys that would say, like, dang, man, you know, these other nationalities come here. I've been here all my life, and they come here and they live better than us. We work all our lives and they live better than us. But that's because their family unit is like this. You know, we too busy competing against. You compete against your own family members. Right. I'm guilty of it.
And look, and in the 70s, bro, you know, when we used to run around, me and you, we had that.
Yeah.
My family was tight with your family.
And then we was tight with Ellis and them next door, on down the hill, up the hill, up on Goddington. We like, all the families was connected. You know what I mean?
And I'm telling you, bro, I know your brother knew my dad's older brothers too.
Yeah, I mean,
My
dude,
brother-
that's we all connected.
Y'all was at Hunters Point.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know,
man.
and so you know what they do is they come here to the United States, they get that 1-bedroom apartment, right? But they come here and they got kids old enough to work, you know,
They pool their money, resources.
They pool that money.
And
you know,
whomever has the highest income will take care of the major bills
yep.
and all that. So, but if you paying the mortgage with me, I'm gonna go out and get them Jordans that I saw
Exactly.
and look fly for the hood.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
and
with the part of
you.
where I'm living at,
Right.
there's a big community of Indians here where I'm at outside of DC. And that's how it be like 10, 15, 20 of them living in a 6-bedroom, $800,000 house, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like 100 of them living in that. I'm like, damn, where
Hey,
y'all
and
sleeping
me
at?
and D was just talking about that.
Yeah.
Me and D was just talking about that, how you got 5 Mexican families will move into a house. Each family take a room,
Yeah.
the living room, and then when they all stack their bread, help each other, when one family move out, they gonna bring another 5.
Well, this is and then with
And
the
they just
kids,
keep-
with the kids, the ones that's ready, they send them to college. They send the kids that's going to school, send them to college. They get a degree. Then the next thing you know, they got a startup company. Who they hiring? They ain't hiring us. They hiring they folks. Hey man, get over here. We just ordered a little doc.
The dude that got in trouble over in Romania, he was talking. You know that dude, real snobbish. That dude got in trouble. He was over at sex trafficking. That's the part I didn't agree with. But he was saying how these people become. Yeah, how they become rich. And he said these people are moving in. 20 people, the brothers, it was like 6 of them. He told us a story about it was 6 brothers. They moved all of them in one house. And when they pay that one off, they moved to another one. It's like they was buying up all the houses on the block.
Yeah.
I said, wow. I said, that's how you do it?
Yeah, man.
And I said, if we'd have knew that when we were growing up.
But black folks can't even stay. You can't even have 2 families stay in one house for a year and get along. So
Then
how
they
they
be
gonna
fighting.
No.
Arguing, eating each other's food and all.
Yeah.
Who drunk the Kool-Aid? No.
That part of it, that made me think. I said, man, if I'd have knew that, out of all he was saying, that was the only part I'd have come. I said, that kind of makes sense right there. If we as black people knew that, how the Indians, the Muslims, and all these people had their community together in one house, that if we'd have knew that, we'd have owned acres of properties and land in the community. If we didn't knew that.
But it goes back to grandmothers and great grandmothers and our parents. I mean, I've seen it in the neighborhood where I grew up in Hunters Point. It's like, you know, the family dies off. Eventually people start passing away. And I'm sure it's like this throughout the world, in the country, wherever we at, pretty much. Hey, what's up, Pastor Kevin O'Brien? I see you in the building.
What's up,
Big ups to you, Kevin. Check in with us on Zoom if you want to, Kev. The link is in the chat. Just click on the Zoom link and come on, join us, man. Come on, join us. We just talking about us, our folk. You know what I mean? We talk about
the thing too that we've gotten away from the family structure, discipline, and togetherness, and the things that we strive to get the most, you know, material thing.
Yeah,
is the very much thing that separates.
Exactly. Exactly. Because then it's like believe it or not, it's like this expectations get set unintentionally, because I've seen where, I mean, even at one point in my life, I felt like I didn't measure up to people that were successful. You know what I mean? But I wasn't looking at the fact that they was putting in the work. You know, I would look at stuff and say, well, why I can't be like that? I'm with this dude every day. But I'm not looking at what goes on behind the scenes, why he's in that position. You know what I mean? I want that. I want that instant gratification. Because I'm with you, I should have the same thing you got. You know what I mean?
Right, but you don't see the time he putting in and the effort he's putting in.
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
And how much crap you put up
what he had to go through. What that person had to go through.
Him at that time. It's for him at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah, timing.
Exactly.
You might have something later on down in life that's more significant.
Exactly.
Than what that, but you know, you like to say that's just goes with maturing in life. The more experience you get, man, the more things you see by travel and, as you say, interacting and talking with people.
Everybody,
more of that
it'll come out.
Yeah.
You eventually get it.
Yeah, and you will find as well that you might be a further ahead than a lot of the people that you think.
Then you even realize exactly.
Yeah.
Then you even realize about yourself.
And you know what, V, where that comes in at? That comes in.
What's that?
A lot of cats think that, oh, you know, you got the house, the cars, and the accounts and all. No. When you really take account of your life, and you look at where they are mentally and spiritually, and where you may be leaps and bounds ahead of them as far as where your love is at, giving that, your understanding, your compassion. You know what I'm saying? You bypassed all that cutthroat, all that manipulation, all that. I'm gonna get you back. No, you've elevated beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So they still stuck in the material. You've already elevated into a higher consciousness.
And that one thing for sure, what's meant for you, you're gonna get.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's yours has already been made. It's already been the book. You just gotta wake up out of it, and you're already ahead. It's just, you know, and it's never too late. It's just the man upstairs just been waiting on you to wake up and say,
Yeah. Hey, Joe Fish.
That's called being coming into your season.
That's right.
You know, because I be reflecting, like when I lived down in LA and stuff, and people like, oh, you was in LA, and I tell people now, if I had $1 million, $2 million in LA, I would have killed myself. You know, because my mind wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
My mind wasn't ready.
I think about how, you know, I look at my life now, man, and I remember, like, for example, when I first went in recovery, now, I was in an addiction. I was like a functioning addict. So I had a good job, making good money, working for a family-owned business, making damn good money, right?
You know what, D, a lot of people are. Alcoholics too, they're functioning. They just
And that's true. And so, you know, I had money, and I'm blowing my money on drugs and alcohol and partying and all that stuff. You know, when I went into this program, thank God for the military having these VA homeless programs and stuff, you know, where I can go get myself together. And I went and I got my first job. I was making $10 an hour, $10 an hour, right? And let me tell you, man, my whole mindset made that my mindset changed my behavior, right? That $10 an hour, I was like I had $1 million, man, because I made sure that I had something to show for when I would go to work and get a paycheck.
It's what you do with the opportunity.
I had clean underwear. I had a good pair of tennis shoes when I wanted to go play basketball. You know, I had a couple of pair of nice pants. I was able to pay my little $500 a month rent for renting a room in the VA housing and all that. And just that showed me, like, you know, I started reflecting like, dang, man, just think if I was doing that but it wasn't my season. Somebody said, you see, it wasn't my season back then when I was getting the money.
You're in your pruning season. You're being pruned. Well, it'll be under your head. I'm gonna say that you was cutting off your edges. You're squaring up.
Yeah, and see, it showed me that, you know, it was time for me to really become a man because, hey, working for a family business is probably the hardest thing to do if you want to progress. You know what I mean? Because it's too many ways you can just skate. You know what I mean? That's, you know, that's my brother. He ain't gonna trip. That's my brother. Yeah. But then when you go to work, you go corporate or you go city and county or whatever, it's like, nah, man, you ain't no cutting no corners. You know what I mean? You gotta actually work.
Everybody can't go with where you're going. Your journey is your journey.
Exactly.
And everybody can't go with you. It ain't that you think you better than everybody. It's just everybody can't go with you. That's your purpose. And you're going on that journey on your own. It ain't saying you can't come back and, you know, bring somebody else up with you, but you gonna go through it yourself.
That's right.
And then you can reflect back on it and say, hey, I got the blueprint because I've went through this.
Exactly.
And that's your testimony, man.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Your testimony.
When you're growing in your faith or whatever, what have you.
Look at that. Ain't that beautiful?
The attainment of one goal is the foundation for the next, because you ain't gonna never reach the mountaintop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have one thing you're gonna either be complacent with it or grow and say, you know, hey, that no longer serves my purpose, and grow into something else that you know what I mean? We all played with toys when we were younger. You know what I mean? So your toys change. Or you just the things that you used to do as a child, you didn't carry them into your adulthood. Because
when I thought as a child, I spoke as a child. Exactly. It was time to put away childish things. And you do that even in your 20s and 30s and 40s until you get to our youthful age, 50 plus. You be like, okay, that's life. I kind of understand it better now.
Something too, like what Dee was saying about himself is, you know, the foundation, you know, like people, when you're growing up and your parents tell you something, oh, they don't know what they talking about. They not hip. You stayed with the foundation of what you were taught. Yeah. And that's what got you through that patch, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I still go through stuff, and I can remember my mother saying, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Right. She used to tell me, you ain't got to be friends with everybody. You know what I mean?
Everybody ain't going to like you.
Everybody not going to like
so
you.
What?
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't have to be, see, I was a people pleaser. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was a people pleaser because I wanted to try to fit in to whatever group I was around. Well, guess what? Yeah. Some of them groups just wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't designed for me to be with that group, you know, but here I am forcing the issue, so now I gotta face the consequences. I end up addicted to drugs and alcohol. Now I gotta do what I need to do. But then for years, I had to battle with that, I don't wanna show no weakness. You know, look, in adjacent to, I could do it and hide it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to show I'm weak, but I can still engage in drugs and alcohol, and then I can hide it. Don't nobody know I'm getting high. My brother used to always tell me.
Wasn't advancing your purpose.
Yeah, my brother used to always tell me, man, you ain't fooling nobody but yourself. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. And he was right. You know, one of the things, and I tell people this, whether they, you know, people that struggle in whatever addiction it is, this was a key part of me making the decision to go to my higher power, which is God, and ask for the strength to get this thing together. Like, take this crack cocaine taste out of my mouth, take this alcohol taste out of my mouth. I gotta get this. Was the fact that I remember when I used to smoke weed, drink, snort coke, all that stuff, right? And it was like a recreational thing. We used to party. We had fun with it. Everybody had some. Oh, this dude coming with the drink, this dude coming with the coke, this dude coming with the weed. Everybody was participating. It went from that, right? It went from that to where you couldn't go to a person's house unless you had some drugs or some alcohol. Like, you knock on your homeboy door, hey man, what's up? They look out the window, talk about, what's up, man, what you got? Oh man, I ain't got nothing, I was just stopping through. Oh man, I'm busy. You know what I mean? They close the window. They ain't want to have nothing to do. When I started seeing my life going down that road, man, I was like, man, I was begging God to just, look, man,
and
this
all of them was opportunities showing you it was time to
make a move, man.
And then on the flip side now, being able to articulate it the way that you did and go through the steps is not only therapeutic for you and a constant check and balance and reminder for you, but so as you said, start out in this conversation, other people that may have that, because you know everybody that's giving you everybody that's giving you advice ain't giving you bad advice or trying to hurt you. You got to be willing to listen and take from that what benefits you and leave behind what ain't.
Exactly. That's what they taught us in this VA program. It was like, you know, you come off the street, and these people, they used to tell us, you know, I was in the VA program in Menlo Park. When I got there, I'm thinking I'm in a drug and alcohol program, right? And I start seeing people deal with different kind of stuff, and I couldn't get it at first. I was like, man, I don't want to be in clean and sober. This is too hard, you know, because we were actually in a hospital. Like, these folks were doctors, you know what I mean? They wasn't just your drug counselor. They were psychiatrists, you know, because the program dealt with drugs and alcohol from a cognitive angle. It wasn't just about the actual act of picking up alcohol or drugs and drinking or whatever. It was about what what are you telling in your mind? Like, what in your mind, what core beliefs do you have that have you feeling like you need this drug or you need this alcohol in order to get through life? So my cognitive, they call it cognitive distortions, was the reason why I was doing what I was doing, because I didn't want to face low self-esteem. I didn't want to face the fact that I was angry. I didn't want to face, these core issues that I had going on, So thank God I finally grasped it. And like you just said, Von, it's like we have to be willing to consider people's feedback. That's all. Just consider it. But in the black community, we as black men, for years, I was like, man, I don't want to hear that.
Beaten down,
you don't know what you're talking about.
On the defensive.
Yeah, we jump on the defense. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. I can stop anytime. And I used to tell myself that I can stop anytime. And then I was like, look, then I started telling myself, man, I'm only get high on the weekends.
Right.
I tell, man, I'm only get high on the weekends, man. Y'all can't tell me what's going on. But the bottom line was my sisters didn't want to have nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? I could always go to dad. No matter what I did, I could always go back home to dad. But that one time, he said, nope, can't come here. So family was out. I couldn't live like that, man.
And that's all you had, really.
It was either family or drugs, But in between that, I was the denominator in there. I had to make a decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't get clean for them. And they used to always tell me, you can't get clean for nobody, man. You can't go into this getting clean. You gotta want it for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I found that out. Like literally, I found that out that, yep, it's me. It's me. And thank God I was able to consider what people were saying. You know what I mean? This old dude told me one time, I can't even remember this cat's name, but I remember it was a point where I was getting high and drinking, and I was in the church. I was singing in the choir. You know what I mean? I'm walking around with my Bible with me all the time. I'm at the bar reading my Bible. This old dude told me, he say, man, you gonna fall off. He said, you would know when you ready. He say, cause every time you fall off, like I would try to stay clean for like 2 weeks and then end up in the bar. And like they say, you keep going to the barbershop, eventually you gonna get a haircut, a trim, a shave, or something. You can't just keep going there and talk about, what's happening in the hood. Eventually, your barber gonna be like, come on, Mo, sit down, man, let me tighten you up. And you gonna be like, oh, all right, man, take a little bit off here, man, straighten up the gold teeth. You gonna sit in that barber chair eventually. So I'm steady going to the bar, trying to be clean and sober. I'm steady being around the same people I was getting high with, trying to stay clean and sober. This dude told me, every time you go back, you're gonna fall even harder and harder. He said, and then you're gonna hit rock bottom. He said, but the good thing is, when you hit rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember this old dude telling me that at the bar. We were sitting there drinking, and he told me that. That
was wisdom. Yeah.
And I was like, man, this old dude. And like I said, I remember it like it was yesterday, man. And that's exactly what happened. I lost my family. Look, man, I was living in Chinatown. How many brothers lived in Chinatown? And believe it or not, actually, it was a few that did live over there.
You stupid. You stupid. We had egg rolls and shrimp fried rice.
He ain't telling y'all the whole story. Tell him the whole story.
Hey.
You was fighting with the Bob monk.
Hey, but I was connected, man. I was connected in Chinatown. Let me tell you. I was connected,
you were
man.
Jim Kelly, D?
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, I was connected, man, big time. I don't want to be mentioning no names on air, but hey, I was connected, man, big time. I was telling this dude today. I said, yeah, man, I knew some people, man, and they,
I gotta get up out of here. I just wanted to see your face, tell you how much I love you, and I'm gonna throw something over y'all. Somebody might know it. It's Psalms 133, and that's wisdom. And it's good for brothers to commune together and talk. If y'all know what that verse in that thing, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Mo, I appreciate you, man. I love you, bro. You my guy, man.
Next topic we're gonna talk about is these fake electors and stuff, cause that's been on my mind.
Yeah.
I told the cat the other day, I don't have a party. Now I'm independent. I tell a guy, y'all can be mad all I want. I vote for who doing for the soldiers and the vet. Them people over there doing the fighting like I was. I don't care what. If you giving us a raise and you helping my people like Minor and people off the street, you got my vote. But if y'all all on this other stuff, I said, but in the military, I do know you got to have orders, and somebody got to get some orders. Them fake electors, I said, that's a federal offense. Yeah, I need them orders. Who appointed y'all to that?
That boy said they treating him like they treating the Scottsboro boy. And if you
that black boy,
case,
that brother, man, he's still in jail. And I'm like, I feel sorry for him. But I said, when you get up in that court, they're going to ask you, who gave you them orders? Where's your orders for promotion? Where's your orders? Who told you to do this fake? If you don't come in there with everybody else got out of jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Why he still in jail?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
That's exactly that.
But that's the topic we got to get on. But D, I just wanted to see you, man. I've been just busy, man. I'm just gonna go and tell you, she had to go home because her mom back to Germany. Her mom passed away.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
So that's
man.
when you've been seeing me busy, and Wally, man, we need to hit him up, man, because he's kind of doing bad, bro.
Okay. No, I'm gonna hit Wally up. I'm gonna hit Wally up,
man, and stuff, man. And so I just been busy running her company while she's gone up here, man. And I be so busy, but I said every time I see you hitting them damn golf balls, and I need to get on here tonight and check in with the boy. So he think I ain't acting brand new. I just be busy.
Hey man, I can dig it, man. Life shows up, man.
When I saw you at that, I said this dude is in Vegas, and I was like, damn, I need to hit Vegas when that dude hit up there, so we can go in there and be Laker Nation and put everybody thing. But I love each and every one of you guys. It's good. I see you guys and give me somebody to talk to, man.
Yeah,
stuff, man. And all right, brother. I like that saxophone back there, man. Is that Jimi Hendrix back there with you?
That's right.
He in the music room, man. Winston got a lot of good stuff in that music room, man. You know what I mean? He'll take you back.
Minor, grow that beard out before you go to that appointment, man.
Yeah. I'm going in there with a few little, few little shaving bumps.
Going there look like the Beverly Hillbillies, man. Growing out raggly, scraggly.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, man, my face hurt. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and if any of you brothers need some help getting your thing up, I done got my 100% permanent.
Yeah.
I'm working on mine. I'm at 70.
Winston, OB, there go your connect right there. There go your connect.
Hey, Minor, hit him up with my email, man. And if y'all need some help, man, I don't care. I told dude that they don't give a damn. Long as you can get access to them records and you went to the TMC and it's documented, they got to come up off that money.
Yep, that's right.
D, and when you do that too, let them know about that fast track for those that's in the Bay.
Yeah.
Free.
Yep, free. Yes, sir. Free.
And that's why I tell people, man, I don't get into the Democrat. I said, but they damn sure gonna help these soldiers, whether you Democratic or Republican, and let them go in there and say they ain't helping these vets and see what happened to them. They get voted out of office. So, man, if it's anything I can help you guys with talk to your kids, because I did juvenile services, and I'm really passionate about that and helping you guys get them that 100%, man. Just let me know if I can help. I'm trying to help D get his 100% so he can go on and really kick it.
That's right.
That's
right.
Let me know if I
appreciate
can help you guys
Mo.
out, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro.
Right.
Peace.
Hey, big up, man. Prayer for you and the fam,
brother.
man.
All right.
Good dude there, man. Real good dude, man. I met him over there in Bremerhaven, man, playing ball. And we've been brothers ever since. Thank God for Facebook, man. And I was able to reconnect with him and several other brothers that was in the military with me, man. But that guy right there, man, he was the guy, man, looked out for me because I was a knucklehead, man, big time. And, Mo was married, had a kid. So he was already, doing the family thing, man. I was just a wild dude, man, single, then left San Francisco, trying to get away from the streets, and took that with me over there, man. He straightened me up, man. Him and a couple of other guys like, nah, man, we finna play some ball. We about to be part of something. And we ended up playing ball, man, 8 months out the year, traveling around Germany,
Right on.
So, good dude, real good dude there, man. Real good dude, man.
I was stationed at Bremerhaven.
Yep, Bremerhaven, Germany. Yep. Yeah. Bremerhaven, Germany.
Right up on that cold front.
Yeah, man. Yeah. North Sea right there, man. I'm telling you, it's the coldest I've ever been in my life. You wouldn't believe it, man.
I was up in the mountains.
I'm talking about, man, you talking about
cold. What's that other one up in the mountain? Is it Han? Was it Han?
I was Oberoosa.
You was in Oberoosa, but it was another one.
Yeah,
Was it Han?
Han was up in the mountains.
Yeah.
F-16s.
Yeah. You said F-16?
Yeah.
Well, that was our company. F-16
okay.
signal company. But we had an extension in, basically Gallstad, Han, and then
I was
down
just talking about the jets.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the jets. Well, F-16 signal company was us. Right. You know what I mean? But, because that's right, because you was in Air Force. So Han, Air Force Base. Then they had Ramstein Air Force Base. That's where that big crash was that year. And
I had orders there, and they got red line. I was like, dang.
Yeah, man.
Headquarters.
That was tragic, man. That was tragic. What's up, TB for 3? That's my man, Troy Daniels, checking in from Detroit. I see you in the building over there, man. You should have came on, joined us on the Zoom, man. Join us on the Zoom if you can. Troy, Dion Otis checked in with us. Let me see who else. We already checked in with David Miles and all those guys. Mike, FJ, my man David Morris. I don't know why you didn't come on, David. That's my HVRP buddy. You know what I mean? Hey, Joe Fish said the San Francisco community was strong in the 70s. He said Converse, Adidas, Pumas, and Pro Kids before Jordans.
And look, Fillmore was a happening street. The Fillmore, the Western Addition, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Don't forget them kids. Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm saying, and over on 3rd Street, man, but now all them businesses are under code. Wow.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Closed down,
Go ahead, What was you about to say?
No, I was just joking around. I said, don't forget about the kids and the PF Flyers.
Yeah.
Right.
PF Flyers, man. And kids. Yeah, man.
That flat soul.
You're right.
Yep. Yeah. Well, the first Chucks was black, too. The first Chucks was black, all black. Black soul and everything. And they changed up because they was marking up the floors. Because I don't know, I read like the history. Me and OB was trying to figure it out, and we Googled it. We was reading the story. If I'm not mistaken, they actually used to make the shoes with like Goodyear tire rubber was the sole.
Thank you.
What I mean?
I know a dude that plays in Chucks now in no other shoe field. I said, well, when you go out there and twist them ankles and do all that, you'll know something different.
Exactly, especially at his age right now. I remember Mission High School, Coach McNeely, rest in peace. His players didn't play in nothing but white Chucks. They couldn't play in no other shoes, man. They played in Chuck Taylors, and you had to have them laced all the way up. All the way up.
Protect that ankle.
Yeah. All the way up. I remember the first time I seen Mission play was Ron Alexander and Kippy and them guys, man, at Kezar. And I'm like, man, them dudes got on Chucks. I'm like, God, duh. That's crazy. Yeah,
no
man. No ankle protection at all, man. No ankle protection at all. Well, fellas, look, man, I really appreciate tonight, man. This was good, man. And I want to
good form tonight.
I'm gonna continue to do it, man, every Thursday, 6:00. I appreciate y'all checking in, man. And I just want to create a platform where people can share information, man, and help each other become a better person, man. And it's good to talk, man. I mean, I don't engage with a lot of folks, and I mean, because of course, we get older, our circles get smaller. You know what I mean? Our circle gets smaller. You got work, associates, and family. You know what I mean?
Right.
The friends, that's a whole nother category at our age. You know what I mean? Associates are, I know you, but then your friends is this. You know what I mean? Your loved ones is like this. You know what I mean? So, putting stuff out there, man, because, one of us has probably said something tonight that's going to help somebody that was on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of us is might not, might happen 2 or 3 days from now. Next week, I'll be saying, hey, Von, remember when you said this? Man, on Friday, man, this happened. I thought about what you said. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I like to keep just open the floor, man, open format. We could touch on whatever. Sometimes I come in and say, hey, we're going to do A, B, and C, but it might not go in that order. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's what fellowship is, though, man. And you know, you got a vast variety of experience and knowledge base here, and if they just connect, then you know that's a beautiful thing. But a lot of people, like you say, once they got that defense mechanism, and a closed mind instead of an open mind. Yeah. And as you said, you know, when you get older, you don't use that term friend as loosely as you did.
Right.
Yeah.
When you didn't really know what one was.
Because like I said, for years, it was the people pleasing thing. So basically, you know, here I am trying to be friends with everybody I come in contact with. You know what I mean? Right. Because I'm trying to do the people pleasing thing. I want people to like me.
I'm glad you took that philosophy, bro.
What's that? Yeah.
I'm glad you took
exactly.
You know what I mean? It took that for you. Sometimes, you know, you could tell somebody something, and if they don't experience it, they got to go through something for confirmation. So that was your confirmation.
Exactly.
That was your story and your journey, and no life is going to escape here. Yeah. Without some pain, combination of pain, triumph, or whatever it is. But it's light at the end of the tunnel in all of that.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You know? And you know, like I was telling the kid today, the guy Isaac, I said, you know, we all go through the same experiences in life. And like I said, it's just at a different time, you know, at different stages or times, you know, like in this recovery thing. Some people get it early. You know, some young people, I know a guy that got clean when he was 20, you know, that, you know, in my environment or whatever, I couldn't see that happening for me because I was so busy trying to people please. So I'm going to engage in what it takes to be with the in crowd. You know what I mean? Right. Whatever crowd I felt like had it going on, or, you know, this was a popular crowd, then I'm engaging what they engage in. But some people, like I said, my partner of mine, Larry, he got clean when he was 20. You know what I mean? I got clean at 30.
Then you could appreciate it and enjoy it and articulate it a lot better now at this age than you could if you probably had gotten it.
Exactly.
Then because you're in a different understanding of it.
Exactly. Exactly. And and it takes more than me. Well, it took me to recognize that I had the issue in the first place, the addiction. Right. But like I was saying earlier, you know, it's gotta be where I have to consider what other people are saying. Just at least consider, be willing to consider what other people are saying, because everybody got a nugget for you, you know?
Right. And like you were saying about that brother that came out on the golf course, that I've run across a lot of them, and then, you know what I mean? It's like they have a whole personality change after you go out there, man. This is what I do. I understand you out here probably for other reasons, social gig or for image, but this is what I do.
Exactly.
And when you go out there and show them that you know what time it is, then they want to become, it took that to break the barriers, dude.
Exactly.
Said,
exactly.
Hey, man, how you doing in the tee box like everybody else does? And,
and kept it pushing if you want to.
He was so frustrated, and I just was laughing at.
I
laughing at him.
That's what I did when I walked by. I just laughed, man. I just said,
"Dude, you in your own, you in your own way," or just like you say, it don't even have to be at the golf range or at the golf course, but just in general, when you see brothers, hey man, good morning, how you doing? Brothers don't want to. Brothers, a lot of these young, they don't want to engage in that. They look at you like you're crazy. Yeah. And with me, you only got one. I ain't gonna come back and try to rehabilitate you.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah.
That's right. You got one shot.
One shot.
Know, something I always say, and you know, I thought about this, and everything you go through is for the benefit of somebody else.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because see, you already got through it.
Exactly.
That's true.
Whatever it is, you already got through it. You had your breakthrough.
Exactly.
So that journey is to benefit somebody else.
Exactly.
So D, you know, the first time you mentioned about addiction, I was like, I had no idea. I'd have never guessed in a million years.
Yeah,
but
man.
But then again, you don't know what somebody has been through till they disclose it.
Exactly.
And what that told me was dang, it can happen to anybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And for you to share that the breakthrough is you've accepted it and you know how to help others get through it because you done been there.
Yeah, man.
So I'm proud.
And
of
you recognize it's an obstacle in life, and you're able to articulate on this end. A lot of people go through their lives trying to mask their
whatever the issue is, the addiction,
shortcomings.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. And I did that for a long time. I tried to mask it with, you know, engaging in normal stuff. You know, like I said, I was getting high, man. I was singing in the choir at church. I lead choir rehearsal and go to the crack house. You know what I mean? On Saturdays. You know, and I'm trying to mask this addiction, this lifestyle I'm living by trying to do normal stuff. You know, and like I said, my brother would always say, "Man, you ain't fooling nobody but yourself. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself." Good point, Joe.
Right.
Joe said, "Purpose." You know, so you know, I was trying to mask all of this stuff, and it was like I was only fooling myself because everybody else was living their lives and functioning well and progressing, and I'm just steady going down. Like the old dude told me, every time you fall, you're gonna fall further and further and further till you hit rock bottom. He said, but the good thing is, once you hit the bottom, the only place you can go is up, you know? And thank God I was willing to listen, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because when I went in the program, when they told me it was basically a hospital, I was like, man, ain't nothing wrong with me. You know what I mean? I didn't even put the two together. I didn't even put drug use and alcoholism as a mental thing. I'm thinking about the physical act of drinking, snorting coke, smoking crack. My mind wasn't even clear enough to actually parallel that with the thought process. Like, why? You know, what was I thinking about myself that had me turning to drugs and alcohol to try to get through life? Like, what?
And their whole purpose was to break down them barriers and retrain you to think another way.
Exactly. That's it. Man. Nail on the head right there, man.
Yeah.
To think, change my thinking, man. Change my thinking about who I am. You know what I mean? And that's what stops a lot of people from taking advantage of an opportunity. When because life is not a competition. Exactly.
It's a journey.
Yep.
Right.
And it's filled with obstacles, it's filled with triumphs, it's filled with all of that. But a lot of people, they make it competitive. Yeah. I'm not doing as good as such and such. But how well is he really doing? Do you know?
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
And how peaceful is his life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's the ultimate goal there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can get in a like people, oh man, you had such a great time or whatever, and it's like, man, it's a lot of hard work that go into just having a great time, just that moment. Like it's a lot of work to get to that point, because like I said,
and they don't know what you're trying to what you're escaping from. Not trying to escape from, but relieving yourself from pressure, because we all have to have a release and a break from the pressures and rigors of life. Yeah, you gotta go regroup, man. You gotta regroup, man, and that's what I was able to do. This past week, it was like I was able to regroup. A friend of mine asked me and was like, "Man, there's something about this birthday," and it was like at first I really couldn't pinpoint it, but then after like me and my man Roy sat down and was talking, and we started talking about, we was able to escape all the hustle and bustle. And we don't, and from afar, you can look back and see that it's really not no hustle and bustle, because like you said earlier, Vaughn, we've matured to where, we don't engage in stuff that's going to create hustle and bustle anymore. We've worked, we've retired, you know what I mean? Something that coming up at 20, I never thought I was going to have a job that I was going to retire from. A job for 20 years, like I tell these youngsters. Where we come from, when somebody said somebody was doing something for 20 years, they more than likely was going to jail. So, oh man, dude, 20 years, he got what? Or she got what? That's just the hood, pretty much.
Right.
So, but then there were people that had the jobs and stuff, but then we was looking at parents and aunts and uncles and grandparents and all of that. Our peer group we got that 80s to 90 thing that stepped in there. Some of us was mature enough to veer the other way. People like myself, I wanted to see what was happening, you know, and it cost me, but thank God I was able to battle back. You know what I mean? And I would tell people in the program, and I still tell people this today, this what they couldn't stand about me at my job was the fact that, first, I wasn't no dummy. You know what I mean? I could catch on to anything. I was a people person. I could connect with anybody. Even if you don't like me, I could connect with you. And our connection could just be on whatever level benefited us both at that time. It could just be on a business level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but then outside of business, I can't stand you and you can't stand me.
Right.
But this was the other part. When they really started knowing about my history and they're like, this dude was addicted to drugs and alcohol. So now I'm unique because I'm both sides of the coin now. I didn't live the good and live the bad. A lot of them corporate cats with them degrees and shit ain't never seen nothing about the streets. Right, you know what I mean? You drop them off in the hood, it's like
it's over with.
It's over. You know, but for the folks that been through a struggle or an addiction or whatever it may be, it don't have to be addiction. It could just be a issue with your family or a issue as you coming up. You might not been a faster learner as like your peer group. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know, issue you dealing with, you'll eventually get it. But you got to share that, hey, I need a little help here. I need help there. I used to tell them in the program, I don't even know why I was smoking crack. And they helped me find out what my issues were by, like you said, digging deep, you know, finding out what your core beliefs was. What did I think about myself? You know what I mean? I felt like I had to always be, you know, with the in crowd, you know.
Right.
But in the hood, the in crowd ain't always the best crowd to be with because it's a couple of in crowds. We had in crowds. We had friends that went to college. You know what I mean? We had kids, people that started businesses and all of that, you know? Then we had the other in crowd that was just, you know, hey, this is the streets and this is what's happening. You know what I mean? It's doggy dog. It's like you eat or you get eaten, you know?
Right.
Pretty much. So, you know, like I say, man, I thank God. What's up, Al Wembley? I see you, man. Hey, Al Wembley say he did 35 years in Park and Rec. Yeah, Al.
Wow.
35 years, man.
35.
I did 33 at Bart.
Yeah, Vaughn did 33 at Bart.
Serious, Vaughn? 33 years?
Yep. He was Bart 33 years. Yes, sir.
Vaughn, you don't even look like you retired, bro.
Hey, I very much am, man. Been for 3 years, man.
Right on, man.
Vaughn retired some time ago.
Thank you, brother. And that relief of that responsibility does wonders for your life. You know,
oh man, let me tell you.
But just going in like Dee is talking about there, and being able to, you know, you can be an authoritarian supervisor,
right?
Or you can be like I was, and I have from Embarcadero to the airport. All that was me, and I had, but I was a hands-on.
Yeah.
You know, you have to find out who your staff is and know them somewhat on a personal level. So that when things come out, you have to know how to resolve them and make them easier for you so they don't come back to bite you on the tail later on.
Exactly.
And a lot of these dudes, like you were saying earlier, it's all numbers and it's all statistics and money.
Yeah.
And that can't always be your motivating factor. If you're serious about making a change and being effective. So like you were saying, D, people like that are ahead of their time. I understand we're hired on in these positions to do to perform a certain task.
Yeah.
But when you involve people, it's deeper than that.
Exactly. And then, you know, in a management position, you know, my thing was I needed my employees to know that, you know, I'll jump in the whole side by side. That come from, you know, military. You got your bunkie, you know, your what they used to call it when I don't know, did y'all used to do bivouac and your ranger buddy, you know. In the Army they called it your ranger buddy. You were held accountable, you know, by, you know, to someone else pretty much. So it's like, I wanted my staff to know I'm right with you. You know, I never would have someone do something that I wasn't willing to go do side by side with them.
When you come through the ranks, your word is Bible. Because when I speak something to you, I'm not giving you orders from what somebody's telling me. I've never been no yes man, no going along to get along cat, period. Yeah. But when I tell you something, I know exactly what I am talking about and what's involved in the situation.
Exactly.
You might experience it a different way, but when I go to tell you something, it's coming from the realms of experience.
Exactly. I'm not going to tell you, if I don't know how to play tennis, I'm not going to try to teach you how to play tennis.
Right.
You know, I can't tell you how to play tennis, you know, if I don't know how to play, you know. Right. So, yeah, that experience, you know, goes a long way. And once your employees see that, you know, the barrier,
it's easier to communicate.
Because it's not like boss employee. It's you know, coworker. You know, you just happen to have this position, you know what I mean? And and they have to be willing to trust you enough that they know what you're telling them are going to make them a better person.
They used to always say, well, why don't you, this is team, right? I said, well, ain't nothing in here says team. And if it's a team, then do me like they did Trey Lance. Trade me.
Yeah.
Good job.
Exactly.
Y'all don't know how to be effective in nothing. I used to talk to them dudes the way that I wanted to with respect. Yeah. But also serving them with knowledge. They couldn't do nothing with me. Yeah. But just watch me retire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it came to that point. Like I was telling Winston, it was like when they started to try to find anything they could to just try to, you know, throw a monkey wrench. I'm like, hey man, I've been here 25 years. Listen, I'm not, you know, they started with me. I was like, hey, look, I went to the retirement. I said, when can I retire? They was like, today. I said, well, how about Thursday? That was it. Yeah. It was that simple. You know, that was it. I'm like, I'm 50-something years old. I'm like, I'm not about to sit up here. I didn't put my time in, as far as I'm concerned. Right. You know what I mean? Right. You know, so I'm like, I could do without all the personalities. Because like you say, it's never the job. It's the people. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's never the job. The work ain't nothing. It's the people you got to work with. And then when you get them people, that's, you know, them people, you know what I mean?
And then, you know, I was so organized, not to cut you off, for the responsibility I had, that when I showed up on the clock, I got paid for what I might have to do. The things that were necessary were already taken.
Exactly.
You know,
I heard
that way I could give you guys some attention, you know, the staff that way. I can entertain you a little bit.
Exactly.
But if you don't have any organizational skills or know-how of what the job entails, then, you know, you're just like a fish. When you put him on that dock, he ain't in water, so he just flapping around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Both of you guys have the people skills. That's most important. Yeah. And you know, you can communicate with anybody from your upbringing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys grew up in diversity.
Exactly.
So it wasn't no challenge of who was in the room.
Exactly.
Or you just needed to know who was down for your team.
Exactly.
Or your cause.
And you know, and the thing is, I took that cultural diversity that I experienced. It served me well in college. It served me just in life, because people. The bottom line is people are people, and when you go and you're able to, if I go in your situation, and I know something about your culture, we become intertwined, and it's mutually beneficial.
Exactly.
To the both of us.
Exactly.
Both gonna learn.
Now, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, I grew up in St. Louis in the projects, and it was blacks, whites, and then there was Dagos, which is Italians, right? And everybody that had slanted eyes was Chinamen. This is how constricted the minds were. Yeah. And we had one Mexican dude I ever saw in my life, and his name was Cisco. Eddie Sanchez. Like it's yesterday.
Yeah.
So you imagine the mind was so constricted that when we came and moved to LA and we seeing these Indian and Filipino, Armenian, Chinese, Japanese, it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
So you had to readjust.
And you can't integrate in what you don't trust. So you can't, if you don't know anything about a person's culture, it's kind of hard to embrace them and trust them,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you start relying on stereotypes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
What you heard, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And the sad thing,
too, Winston, I had the benefit of my dad is a 99-year-old World War II vet.
oh, come on now.
Yeah.
So it ain't too many of them around.
Right.
It ain't too many of them around.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Mr.
So
Logan is a champion, man.
Yes, sir.
He's a champion, bro. Let me tell you. Winston, mine sharp as a razor, man.
And still driving. Hey, look, D, we went to I took them up to my house up in Tahoe. And they wasn't really prepared for the elderly folks. So we had to do something a little different for moms and pops. We got them in there. So after the concert, we went to the Earth, Wind & Fire concert.
Okay. Okay.
After the Earth, Wind & Fire concert, here come, while I'm waiting on them, Verdine, Philip, and Ralph, and all of them walked past Pops. And they stopped. He had on his World War II cap. And they stopped and turned around and took pictures and all that and got his number. And they called him on Father's Day, his birthday. They coming to Chase, and he got carte blanche. So when they come to Chase with Lionel Richie, it's all good.
They in the building.
They were like, man, I got to take a picture with you, man. World War II vet. And he was just being himself.
Yeah.
Sitting around.
Wow.
And, that's how it happened, man.
That's respect there.
Yeah,
hey, listen, Win, I hadn't seen Vaughn and his dad since we moved, 1978. We moved from where his dad lives now in the city. And when I reconnected with him, I pulled up on the house and Vaughn's golf clubs were sitting outside. He probably thought somebody was trying to steal his golf clubs. And I had my daughter in the back seat and I was telling her, I grew up in this. I said, I used to live in that house. And Vaughn walked up to the car and when he seen me, he knew who I was. He was like, do I say Vaughn? He's like, Dwayne Minor. And we was like, oh, well, I say, man, y'all still live here. So then I said, how's Pops doing? He say, man, he cool. He right in there. And his dad came walking up to the car. Right, and Vaughn just kind of leaned over and said, "Look," and I said, "You remember me, Mr. Logan?" He said, "Man, you Mr. Minor's son." Now he ain't seen my dad since My dad didn't pass though. He ain't seen my dad since 1978. He just, man, I remember that. You Mr. Minor and them son, man. You lived right there. Sharp as a tack, man. I haven't seen him since '78. He knew exactly who I was.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Takes a village.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Takes a village. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, gentlemen,
Man.
this has been great, man. This has been great.
Oh yeah.
And again, I appreciate y'all, man, from the heart, man. I really do, man. And
welcome. Had time, so why not?
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You didn't have to check in, but you did, man. And it means a lot, man. It means a lot because, like Mo said, my man Mo is going through a lot because, like he said, his wife went back to Germany. Her mother passed away. Yesterday was like his son's birthday, who was killed tragically, in a car accident and stuff like that. So, it's tough for him right now, So I'm glad he checked in. You know what I mean?
And it's probably therapeutic for him.
Yeah.
To talk to some other folks because a lot of people smile through adversity, man, and what I mean, to just know that they have to go on. So to be able to talk on the subject and engage with some brother was real good for him.
Exactly. Joe Fish say 20 years at United Airlines and 30 years of coaching basketball in the United States. I guess that's Singapore. And he put another flag. I don't know what flag that is, Joe, but I see it in 3 countries you've been coaching. So big ups to you, man.
Right on, Joe.
Appreciate all your hard work, brother. You know, engaged, staying busy all these years. And that's the thing, man. Just staying busy, staying legit. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong. You know?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. Well, with that, gentlemen,
all right,
man.
I'm going to tap out, brothers.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. And until next week, let's do it again, man. Hey, Sunday, Smack Talk Get Down, man. We got to get it in because the week following, football starts. So let's get ready, man. It's going to be a good one.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care, man. Love y'all, man. Peace.
All right. Love you guys too, man.
All right.
All right.
Thank y'all for checking in over on Facebook. I encourage you guys, come on to Zoom, man. Let us see your face in the place, man. You know, for those of you that are still tuned in over there on Facebook, hey, big ups to y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in. You know, I love y'all, man. Hey, get on board with us every Thursday, 6 p.m. Hey, on Sundays, we doing sports right here live again on the Zoom, on Facebook, on YouTube, the Smack Talk Get Down every Sunday, 7 p.m. Join your boy, join your boy, join your boy. So with that, I'm going to let y'all go. It's your boy, DJD, the Instrumental King. Get ready for the weekend, y'all. I want you to be motivated. Go get it. Love y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease from your boy, DJD, the Instrumental King. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We didn't get a chance to do the trivia giveaway tonight. We got deep into the convo. Very good convo, very good topic. You know what I mean? Hey, if you ever want to chat with your boy, don't forget, you can hit me up on the DJD hotline, 510-302-9787. Drop me a line on my email, djdconnection@gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch at DJD23. Go over to that YouTube page, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Love y'all. Peace.